So we're just going to give everybody a little bit of time to get in here. I see Kid Barrio West. What's up, guys? TJ, anything else you wanted to add on today?
No, I mean, anybody that's with Affinity, I know you guys have been in our spaces in and out all day today. Welcome, welcome to the family, obviously. But just it's good to see you guys in our spaces, and we can communicate, talk, and if you have any questions about Safe Moon or we have anything about Affinity, please feel free to come up.
Yeah, I'm really excited about Affinity, so we can touch on that a little bit before we begin. I thought that was an awesome development. I've liked the project for a while. I'm not in it, but I had looked at it, and I know some people that have some involvement in it, and I was excited to see that happen. From everything I've heard, that's a great group of people, great leadership in that project, and to have that a part of Safemoon, I think, is a really good development.
Yeah, and they're actually officially on the swap. I just checked. I saw a tweet about it, and I was already looking at my wallet. So they are on the swap. And the price is looking good. Honestly, everything that's on the Safemoon swap, I trust because they've been vetted. So I'm looking forward to more future projects. I don't know if my wallet can take any more.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're going to be getting one every week now, right?
Yeah.
They're going to list, 100, I think, is the goal.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard not to get in on 100 of these, right?
It's going to be a $5 buy in each and every one of those eventually for me. I'm going to be like, I can't afford it, but here's $5.
It's not a bad idea to go small with like a 10 or a 20 and just see what happens and then see if you want to add to it, right?
Yeah.
It is a pretty cool way to look at it. I didn't even think of it that way. I guess I always put like 100 or, at least 100, $500 in something, but we'll get started here momentarily. If you could get in touch with Patron, that'd be great because I'd love to open the show with both of you guys. If he's tied up, then we'll just start with you. Okay. I also want to get Addict and Damn Son up here too on the panel, and we'll be ready to go. I hope everybody's doing well. Obviously, we're in February now. It's a short month, 28 days. I think it'll be an eventful month for Safemoon. We've already seen some events. I think everybody should be really excited about it. I wanted to mention AK Soul real quick. I did not know that he's related to one of my good friends, Ninja, in the Saitama community. He's also a Safemoon holder, and AK Soul has put out some incredible artwork before every show for our program, Safemoon After Dark. So I wanted to take a minute to recognize him. It's funny because I was talking to Ninja yesterday, and Ninja says, "Have you seen the artwork before the show?" I said, "Absolutely." I said, "Every show I see something, I retweet it. It gets me hyped. I'm ready to go." He said, "That's my cousin." Now, I think he had told me that, and I had forgot it because I had so much going on. But just wanted to give a shout out to you, man, because you do some incredible work. And he said you're a big fan of the show. So before we begin, I wanted to do that as well. Damn, it looks like I got you up here. What's up, brother? So much going on.
But what's up, guys? I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm going to get out of this room. There'll be an echo because there's a delay on this recording equipment. In case we get anybody up here wanting us to buy them a Tesla or anything,
Yeah, that was weird.
She actually came up in my space and was like, and had like really good contribution to the talk today. So I don't know if she's able to come back in, if we want to give her another shot.
She can, yeah. And by the way, if we kick somebody, it's not personal. They might just be having a bad night. They might have had too many Miller Lights. They might have been hitting the bong or whatever they're doing. I mean, it's their business, right? But if they come in here and they say, "I want a Tesla," we're going to launch your ass, right? Like, it's nothing personal. And I don't want somebody to be upset the next day and think like, "Oh, man, they hate me." No, it's not the case. It wasn't a permanent launch. It was just a launch on the show. And we were in the middle of a really good conversation, right? So you know what it's like. Let's say you're having a really good conversation with your friends and somebody says something out of left field. Well, you're going to launch them in that conversation too. So, all right, we got Addict here.
Everybody wants a fucking Tesla, Chris.
Hey, well, I'm not Santa, man. So Tesla is going to be sponsoring the Safemoon event in May, though. All right, let's do this. Let's get ready. Let's go. And TJ, go ahead and do your disclaimer. I'm going to go into my opening, and then we're going to get rolling. Let's go.
All right. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Safemoon After Dark. We hope you enjoy the show. As a reminder, everybody that comes up, you're going to get vetted. So if you don't have anything related to Safemoon, what we're talking about, any of our partners, or if your actual profile is protected, I'm not going to let you up. So if you have any questions or comments, you're going to have to send a message to the actual panel. We want to hear everybody's opinions, but we also want to make sure that the content of the show remains that. Also, whenever you come up to speak, come strong to the mic and be respectful of everybody that's on the panel as well as the audience. We try to stay on the actual topic and try to make sure that everybody is respected and given their respective opinions. There's certain things we won't tolerate, such as racism and misogyny and so on and so forth. But we'll bring you down a listener unless it gets to the point where you're that blatantly disrespectful, and then we will block you and you'll never be able to come in unless you're on a burner. Again, please enjoy the show. Please be respectful, and I hope everybody has a good night.
Wonderful job as always. Everybody knows the expectations. So look, I'm going to begin tonight with this. Okay, and I made sure that I was prepared for you guys. First off, welcome back. Remember one thing. When we do the show, we demand more from ourselves than anyone will ever demand from us. Let's talk about drip. Do we really want to cover this? We don't. Cannot believe the level of ignorance that exists in our YouTube community. I will trust the people I know who know the laws and regulations and the people who have experienced this in this industry. Any of you involved in drip, and I know you are listening, if you had any sense right now, you would not be speaking. You would not be tweeting. Good luck with that. You know, this is a transfer of advice, a full hold asset, and it makes it a security, which is illegal. Okay. And the reality is anybody with any legal advice right now would tell you not to be talking and tweeting based on what this three contracts are. Okay. It is a security. So we're going to let things play out. We're trying to help people out. But at the same time, if people don't understand that, that's what's going to go down. Right. So if you bought into drip and you regret it, I get it. Everybody makes mistakes. That's how we learn. I don't have a problem with any people that bought into drip and didn't realize it, right? And now know that they're defrauded and lost 100% of their investment. The reality is the people in it now that are promising great things are going to lose 100% of their investment at some point because there's no licensing and regulation with the SEC on this as a security. And this goes state by state. So I want everybody to realize the ramifications of that, right? We're not going at somebody because we want to go at them. We weren't looking to do this. We were looking to cover everything relating to Safemoon. But the reality is, this was a direct attack on our community by the YouTube promoters. And if you don't believe that was a direct attack, look no further than last night on this Tuesday roundtable, which I'm going to cover completely for you guys. So let's go to the Tuesday roundtable that's held with our YouTube promoters for Safemoon that built their following and their client base based on Safemoon. Okay. I didn't listen to the Tuesday roundtable, but I have a written transcript. I heard some highlights of it. All I got to say, I'll start with RJ Adonis. Keep it up. Build the chain of evidence. Okay. Continue to tweet. Continue to make your videos. Continue to promise people that they're going to have $25,000 or more of income each month in this drip project, because the reality is you can erase tweets, you can erase videos, but hard drives cannot be erased. Let's go to Adam. Adam, you know, there were a couple things that Adam said last night, and let me be clear about this, and this goes for anybody that's involved in drip or promoting it. I don't wish these guys ill will. I don't want anything bad to happen to these guys mentally, physically, legally. None of that is not something I want to happen, right? All we're pointing out is that when people are telling you something that's not legitimate, you know, we have a right to do that. And this was directly targeting the Safemoon community. whether they agree or not, the reality is this is exactly what it is. Okay. And so we can disagree with something and say that it's inherently wrong without wanting something bad to happen to people. And I want to draw a clear line there, because I don't want people threatening these guys. I don't want people attacking these guys. We've stated our position. We've stated why it is. They want to label us as toxic. I saw some of that today, or say that we're doing something wrong by pointing this out. Then they can lower themselves to that level. We're not going to do that on this show. But what we are going to do is call things out for what they are. So let's go to Adam. The reality is this. There are a lot of people that got into Safemoon that didn't even know who Adam Bergman was. I was one of them. We had about 6-7 guys get into Safemoon. I didn't even know who Adam Bergman was until probably 3 months ago when I joined Twitter, and then I found out who Adam was. I have a good relationship with Adam. I've never had an issue with him. He's actually talked to Patron and I about coming on a show. We always got along. Talked to me about coming into Times Square to do a meetup with him. I worked on that Saturday. So personally, I don't have anything against Adam. If you watch his drip video, he'll even tell you that it's a high risk investment, that you could lose everything. Where I have an issue with Adam is when he's talking about, you know, what he gave to the Safemoon community, right? He said that out of the 7 YouTubers that were on there last night, that they were responsible for, I think he said 15 to 25% of the people in Safemoon, that Safemoon's price would be nowhere near where it is, that we wouldn't have near the amount of holders. He said 500,000 holders. He didn't even get the number right. It's closer to 600,000. As of today, it was about 8,000 under 600K, according to Glubus, right? So the reality is he didn't even have that number right. The holders is much higher in the V2 contract than what Adam stated, okay? But to say that he's responsible for that many holders in Safemoon is an absolute slap in the face. It's something that shouldn't be said. It's not respectful of the community. You know, he's saying that, I believe he said something like Safemoon's price would be, 1/10 of what it was today if it wasn't for them. You know, there's a clip that Fonzie put out on that, and that was just extremely disrespectful. So I have an issue with Adam being in Drip and promoting it and providing the buddy code everywhere I look. And I have an issue with him saying he's responsible for that much with Safemoon. No one is that responsible for anything in Safemoon. We're here to provide content. We're here to build the army. We're here to help people. No man or group is bigger than the Safemoon army. And no one is making that kind of contribution, right? If you want to be a true leader, you need to take responsibility for the losses and give credit for the wins. You don't take credit for the wins. You give the credit for the wins to the community. It's not you, okay? I understand you put in a lot of work and put out a lot of content, but you are not the source of the wins. The community is. These are team wins. It's not individuals or small groups. All right. So I've said what I need to say on that. I'll go to Moonboy next. Moonboy had a quote where he said, "This is a 3 to 5 years hold, and this will not reach $1 anytime soon." I even heard him say, I saw him say in a tweet today that this is a Hail Mary, that they're making pennies off this and that they care so much. I've listened to his content in the past. To be honest with you, I really couldn't even listen to it because there was math he would be doing during the content. He couldn't add it up correctly. He would joke, "What am I doing? I'm drunk." I think that was just him speaking like, my math's off. But to say that this is a 3 to 5 year hold and this will not reach anywhere near $1 and calling this a Hail Mary is absolute garbage. You don't understand what Safemoon is and the Safemoon ecosystem is, and you're leading people the wrong way with your content by saying that. And then you're also getting involved in this drip project and telling people to get involved in something which is an absolute scam. Generation, I want to get to him next. He was on our program last time. Generation, I'm just going to put it to you, bottom line, the choir boy routine will not work, okay? Coming on here and saying that you would contact the SEC and you would contact a lawyer with advice on the SEC on whether this is a security. You told our audience that. We have it recorded. If you haven't done so, then you're not a man of your word, okay? You're not doing what's supposed to be done, and people are losing further money because of that. So you can go on the YouTube channel on Tuesday night and act like everything's cool and act like it's no big deal, with the cocky smirk on your face. But the reality is the SEC is not going to play around when this thing comes out. And if people lose more money because of it, your reputation and everybody on that YouTube channel's reputation is shot. No one's going to listen to anything you guys have to say going forward. And like I said, I don't want anything negative to happen to you from a legal, physical, mental standpoint. But the reality is the tables are going to turn. And tell anybody that you're going to be on here and consult with somebody about whether or not this is legal. And then the next day acting like nothing's wrong is not going to work. Look, this was a coordinated attack, okay? It's called the Safemoon Roundtable. They're in there shilling in Safemoon gear. The show needs to be shut down, okay? And the only way it's going to be shut down is for nobody to tune into it. They're literally using their platform to funnel in inexperienced investors, and it's sad, all right? During the comments section of their program, they said that no drip comments could be put in there, or people would be removed, right? In fact, if you go even one step further, our YouTube was recently removed within the last 2 weeks. Okay. And we're starting to wonder if there was a role that was played in this as well. Like I said, guys, there's a lot that just doesn't make sense with this. There's a lot that we shouldn't stand for. It was a coordinated attack on the Safemoon community. It's clearly wrong to deceive people like this. And secondly, there are going to be ramifications for this. So I've said my piece on it. We'll discuss it more. Let's go ahead and first speaker, TJ.
It'll be Crypto Zoo, and then it'll be Winnipeg. But can I just add to something?
Sure, of course.
All right. So I just want to say this. Oftentimes we find ourselves in predicaments that we can't find a way out, or we don't see a way out. And the only thing that people can do is like fight or swing to get out. So if you find yourself in that, find a way. It might be rough, but find a way to get out if you can't. There's a lot of talk in the community right now about the negativity. And, people talk about this space, they talk about other spaces, and then they host spaces that say, F this space and F that space, and so F these people. And the one thing I don't want is for anybody to join in those communities or those spaces, because all you're doing is just adding to it, especially if it's like, for instance, we get the F After Dark all the time, right? And F After Dark and all their cronies, which technically they're talking about the community as a whole, you guys that are listening. And then you turn around and you go into the space and listen to what they have to say. And they're talking all nice to you, and they're saying, oh, you guys are the greatest and this and that. You're the best part of the community. I mean, it's like talking out both sides of your mouth. And that's something that I don't agree with. I agree about staying neutral and not giving the people the light or your energy. But in the same token, I'm not going to talk out both sides of my mouth and say, oh, you guys are great. Oh, no, you guys are a piece of crap. Or talk about how Safemoon would be nothing without them or the influencers. I don't agree with that at all. And I just want to say that. So, but Crypto Zoo just went down, and it'll be Winnipeg.
Yeah, let me just say this. You will never hear us say on this program that Safemoon would be nothing without us, because that's complete bullshit. Safemoon was something before we came here, and it will always be something, and it's something special. And we're here because we have a love and passion for Safemoon and the community. And we want to help protect that, and we want people to be engaged in that. That's why we're here. Let's go to Winnipeg. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, Chris? You know what? I told you my story a couple days ago. I don't even know what else there is to say. Like, these guys, if they really care about the community, like they say, if they really, really care about the community, they would contact the SEC in their states. contact the SEC or Securities Commission, whatever kind of jurisdiction you're in. Contact them, send them the white paper and tell them what you've been doing. Show them a couple of videos you've made. If you really, really care about the Safemoon community, like you say you care about them, why don't you guys have a roundtable next week? Contact every single one, get the names of the people you talk to, and let's have at her. Let's see what they had to say. I mean, RJ he sent a tweet today. It said, there's a small group of individuals that are dangerous to the community because they're driven by a narrative they've created in their minds where they truly believe they're the savior and good guys. So we're the dangerous people because we're concerned about a token that's not licensed or registered. And these guys are they're the good guys. These guys are making profit off of people joining this. If drip plummets, or should I say when drip plummets, you can't even pull out your investment because you don't have an investment. All you have is the little portion you get daily, and that's it. So I mean, this whole thing could just plummet. And then you're taking like a 5% or 1%? Is it 1% daily or
1%?
Yeah, 1%. So you're pulling out 1%. If it plummets, you get 1% daily. And with USI Tech, it was the same thing where there's a cap. And I know there's a cap on drip as well, where once you make too much, it's capped where you can only take a certain amount. But then they say, oh, you know what? Just start another. You open up another account or whatever, and start getting people for this. I mean, I don't even. It's so obvious the funnel system. I mean, you'd have to be stupid not to realize that. And I was thinking today, I was looking at these comments of people that are defending these influencers, and it's like when you fall in love with somebody who's a terrible person, you got your friends and your family and everybody's warning you, but you know what? The heart wants what the heart wants. And some of these guys are so invested now, and some of these guys have been promised the moon with this thing that there's nothing you can say to them. They're just going to have to learn the hard way. And that's all it is.
It's sad, man. It's sad to see it get to this level.
I think sad. We'd agree. And RJ last night, I got I was livid. Like last night during the, you got Safemoon Joe there who said, oh, I'm never investing in anything else. And I believe in investing in other things because it's good to diversify. But you got to use your brain too and know what you're diversifying in. But, RJ last night when Adam's talking, and he starts talking about the tinfoil hat people. Okay, it's not financial advice, and you really care about your community. But once again, and I sound like a broken record, if you care so much about your community, why don't you call the SEC and talk to them and find out what they think about what you're doing? And like you said, where's Generation? He said he was going to call it. Remember, he said he's going to call an SEC lawyer to look into it. No, he's not. These guys aren't going to call anybody.
And let me bring up Joe too, because Joe was on a Saturday night show with us. And it was really interesting because I was looking back at that conversation, and his whole point to us was how he was for Safemoon and he'd been offered money to promote other stuff. And I don't know how I would ever do that. And then the next thing I know, within, I don't even think it's been 2 weeks, he opens a different channel to promote drip. I'm like, where did this come from? Made no sense. It was absolutely the opposite of what he said on our program on a Saturday night. Like you said, Generation, he's not looking into the SEC on this and whether this is regulated. He can tell everybody that, but we have seen nothing to support that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, like you said, I honestly don't want this to end bad for anybody, but I don't see how it's not going to, because even if these guys get out of it, they've got a downline now. And you know what? Like these guys are getting involved. These guys get out of it and this whole thing, goes to hell. Their downline is going to be coming after them. Or if the SEC comes after someone in their downline, they're going to want the whole upline that they can remember everything. Like if they think that they're going to walk out of there with $5 million and run away and live in Hawaii for the rest of their lives, they got another thing coming. They really do. Because it's the higher you are, the more trouble you're going to get in.
Yeah, the more connections. The more
connections.
Yeah.
And in this situation, beyond the legalities involved, let's just say it's 100% legal. Just because something is legal and I can get away with it, doesn't make it right. I mean, it 100% does not make it right to victimize naive people. And, recently, John Caroni, I can't remember the words exactly, but someone asked him in Discord what they could do to help move Safemoon forward, something like that. And he replied something along the lines of, well, the most important thing is that you are a good person and that you're good to other people. And that was his reply right off the bat. And I'm proud of Safemoon because I believe, that we have principles. And I think that's why a lot of people feel violated. Those principles were violated. The tenets of Safemoon, they were violated by people that, I did, believed in, watched them from the very beginning. So, beyond the legalities, what's wrong is wrong. What's right is right. Taking from people, even if they're not affiliated, people that aren't even affiliated with Safemoon, that may not even know anything about crypto, that's even worse in my mind. Yeah.
I just think that what's happening is it's an emotional response now because the people that are in it have lost 100% of their money. And they're trying to gain it back over time, and they don't know how to act other than to continue to push this narrative. But the reality is this: if you're in it and you've made a mistake, you can stop now and you can move forward, right? And it doesn't look great, but at least you came to your senses, right? And we need to allow people to do that. I think that's very important. So if somebody made that mistake and they stop now and say, you know what, I was wrong, and they're willing to come on here, we're okay with that. But if you continue to press forward and you attack us and you act like we're being sanctimonious, right, and self-righteous here and acting like we're doing something and turning people against you, then that's not right, because we're not doing that. What we're doing is we're calling the truth, and we're doing it because we don't want to see people lose money. And we're doing it because we don't want to see people face further consequences, okay? And if you don't believe that it has an impact, you should have seen the number of DMs I got on Monday night. I had a guy told me he was about to put $5,000 in. I had a senior citizen contact me who was about to put a lot of her money in, who doesn't have money. So we're doing something good for the community. Go ahead, Winnipeg.
And that's the thing too, is these guys, I don't wish them any harm, anything like that. And I think, I don't think it is beyond repair at this point. I honestly don't. I think that these guys come back and say, you know what, yeah, we were wrong about this, and we could figure things out, work things out, get all these people out. Take whatever you get daily, just get out, because there's so many people that are making YouTube videos about this drip right now. Like these Safemoon influencers, they're just a drop in the bucket. So I mean, it's not like these guys are these guys are the only ones pushing drip, and these guys are the only ones that's making drip go. No, there's so many people. Just go on YouTube and see all the videos that are constantly coming out. Like, we could get our boys back. If we could get them out, we could get them back. The people that invested, just take everything out every day. Just take it out, get out of it, And it's funny because one of these guys, well, there's some other one they're promoting now too. I don't know if it's like Block Brick or Brick something, or I don't know. Have you seen that, Chris, or no?
I have not. Go aheed.
There's another one. It's about you create nodes and then you get other people to create nodes or something. I don't know. I started looking at it today. It's pretty busy at work, so I don't have much time to look at it, but it almost kind of seemed like the same kind of thing. But yeah, I remember one of these guys a few months ago. There was like a baby Safemoon or some other kind of Safemoon thing that came out, and he started promoting that, and I was pretty much done with that guy at that point. So I mean, just being an influencer, you got a lot of responsibility, and like we were talking about 2 nights ago, you can't say, "Oh, this isn't financial advice." That will not hold any water in court. I'm telling you.
Thank you again, man, and stack them. Who's up next, TJ? I know we got a lot of people who want to speak.
Yeah, it'll go Brian, then Garcia, then Kid.
Brian, how are you, sir?
I'm pretty good, guys. How are y'all?
Good.
Hopefully everybody's warm through this winter storm coming through. So yeah, man, I've been kind of out of the loop about this, and your opening, kind of got me up to date, with it all, and I was kind of excited whenever you were saying, you were mentioning all the other YouTubers, but then you didn't mention Joe, but then you all of a sudden mentioned Joe, just now. And because I was a big fan of Joe, because he was so up to date about Safemoon and everything else, and this is just a really big kick in the face, I mean, what do y'all think about Joe now? I mean, like, is he just not a good person to listen to now, or what is your thoughts on that?
I think he's 100% behind Safemoon. So, like, I want to be clear about this. I just think that he's also involved in Drip, and he's not involved in Drip in a light way. So he's heavily involved in Drip, and he's, it is what it is, man. I mean, does it make sense to me? No. He's on the round table in Safemoon gear, right, last night, but he's involved in Drip. He even created another channel just to discuss Drip. So that's an issue,
Yeah, that really sucks, man, because like I said, he was like the most up to date dude, like on YouTube when it comes to Safemoon, and I loved that. I would always just type in Safemoon, and then it would be recorded right there, and it would be Safemoon Joe, and he was always up to date, But anyway, other than that, I might be getting off topic a little bit, but I'm just I got another question, and did y'all? I know you're really specific on what you invest in, Chris, but maybe somebody else did that's up to speak. Did anybody invest into Safe Vault back in the day? Because you could get more Safemoon and all that stuff. I'm just curious because I don't know if it was a rug pull or what too. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Safe Vault, but if anybody has anything on that, that'd be cool to know, because all of a sudden I have no money. I have the tokens, but I have no money anymore. It's like gone.
Yeah, I don't mean to interject, but I used to be involved in Safe Vault with Jen from the block, and what happened was there was a switch to something like a V2, so they amalgamated the ETH vault, if you remember, to, I think it was a BTC vault, and now they call it S vault. So you had to be doing a migration.
Okay.
That was the last thing, but yeah, I'm out of that, man.
We won't go ahead. We won't go too deep into the weeds on that. I think that's more of like a conversation at DM. Okay, Brian?
100%, man. Yep. But yeah, that's all I had to say, guys. Y'all take it easy, and I'm going to keep on listening. Appreciate it.
And I want to be clear about this. I'm not taking anything away from the work Joe did in the past for Safemoon at all. He was amazing for Safemoon. I'm just saying right now to be promoting Drip is an issue. Okay. So I just want to be really clear about that.
Can I ask a question though?
No, we go in order, sir. Garcia, you're next, sir. Go ahead.
Hey guys, how's it going? First of all, thanks for the space. I always love to come up here. It's just amazing for me personally. Give me a second.
Okay, who's up next, TJ?
It's just my kid is just bothering me. I'm sorry, Harris. So, speaking of the situation about Joe, I'll be honest. I see the way you people look at the Drip situation and everything, but we have to put this in perspective. People making money change them as human beings, and we all have the right to make our own decisions. And just the fact that they use the Safemoon army or the Safemoon community and then start bringing up other cryptos because they were building YouTube channels. Personally, you, Chris, do you get paid by Twitter doing Twitter Spaces?
No, I do not.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody that does Twitter Spaces, we do it from the heart. We use the YouTube channel just to reach more people. We're not thinking about the money. whoever created a YouTube channel, they're thinking about the money at the moment. That's a perspective. So whatever they're doing is a game play for them. It's not for the Safemoon Army in a bigger picture. You know what I mean? So having that fact going on, whatever they do after that, I respect the way you see it. You know, like it's just like not fair bringing something that is not onshore to new investors and all that. But that's something that we need to deal with it, because at the end, we're gonna have that situation that people either sail on the all-time high, and most of us are here for the long run because we realize what is Safemoon bringing to the table. Regardless of what happened, if the price is too low, it's too high, we're not going to sell. I know you're not going to sell. I know Patron is not going to sell. TJ is not going to sell. We're going to use that card and we're going to pay for our things. But people need to realize that these spaces here are to bring education and to address something that is going on for real. Because I'm concerned about the drip thing. And I'm concerned that people use a Safemoon name and created a reputation, and then they jump into other cryptos because they get paid for it. That's their hustle. I don't mind about that. That's their own thing. But using the Safemoon Army, that's when I feel like we are in the same boat about
Real
that.
Real quick. I got a problem with it even if it wasn't the Safemoon Army, okay? Because if you're doing something unethical that's hurting people and taking their money, then I got an issue with it. So I just want to make that really clear. Yeah. So I got a problem because it's the Safemoon Army and this is a Safemoon show. But if you're doing something unethical where you're making money off the backs of hardworking people and their hard-earned money, then I have a problem with that too.
Yeah, I'm totally agree with you, like 100%. I'm not taking credit off that. Like I'm 100%. I don't want to be mistaking things up here. I'm just saying that it's everybody's responsibility to educate on this because they're not going to be the first ones. We have many of those. And people need to realize that what you're bringing up here is just an address to concern, but it's people's choices that are making this happen. It's not your. I love the way you bring this up because you are trying to put out the perspective, but people need to make the right choices. Just having you give all the time to educate and be like, hey, you need to be aware of this. I fucking love it, dude. Like, I'm all with you. But if something like that happens, it's not on you. It's not on us. It's on them because they made the wrong choices. That's all I'm trying to say off here. We're going to have this eventually going on. And I respect you taking the time to address this because at the end, we're going to have a lot of people that started with Safemoon and all of a sudden they jump to other places to address other coins and promote or chill other coins. And we need to learn about that. So that's my whole point up here. We're going to have people that they're going to be turning to other places to take a little bit of more money to invest in Safemoon or whatever they have to.
Okay, we need to wrap this up. We got to go to the next speaker. I appreciate your point. I think you hit home on everything. Who's up next, TJ?
It'll be Kid, then Justin, then Al.
Kid Barrio, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to first mention that I respect all the YouTubers that, as a watcher and a subscriber, I appreciate the effort they do every day promoting Safemoon and even educating even more people that don't get a chance to get on Twitter to get educated straight from the source with the Safemoon Twitter account. So they use YouTube as a platform for education. They're right. They do have a part as far as like being the reason why Safemoon is what it is today. But one thing that's rubbed me the wrong way, and I've seen it since since the beginning, is people think like we owe them something. Like when Adam Bergman mentioned that if it wasn't because of his content, the price would be lower. That right there just like freaking like pissed me off, man. Like first of all, SafeMoon's a community-driven token. I'm pretty sure the whole SafeMoon army is way more people than those guys claim to have as subscribers in his channel. So his audience is minimal. So he's super wrong on. He's throwing out numbers that percentage of people listen to him, and that's the reason the prices is what it is, and it's going to be lower and all that stuff. That's total BS. And yeah, I wish I could talk to him directly, dude. And then as he said that, if you notice, all the other YouTubers didn't even correct them. They just agreed with them because why argue at that point? Because they're all in this drip project together, and I'm pretty sure it's just a coordinated shill to get to take advantage of SafeMoon investors that really don't do their homework and actually look at what drip is about. And then I feel like it's part our fault if you don't do the homework and research the project. And then the other side of it is the people promoting it. They know that play, and then if they could take advantage of it, they'll do it, because most of these YouTubers, I think, are doing YouTube full time. If you notice, they just throw out videos and working hours. I don't know if some of them may have jobs and all that, but I'm just sick and tired of it. I know people got to eat. They're trying to find other ways of revenue for their family and all that. I get that. But when you focus on yourself or your own financial gain, instead of being more upfront and saying, hey, this is a referral program, the more people I get in, the more it benefits me. If they're transparent about it, I would respect that more. But at the end of the day, yeah, I don't like people saying because of them, they could move markets. Because of them, the SafeMoon price is where it's at. That's bullshit.
Stack 'em. Good point, man. And nobody can take credit for what SafeMoon is, right? You have a YouTube channel, you put out content, great. Some of us respect you, some of us like what you do, great. Does that mean you have anything to do with SafeMoon rising? Or, if you added people and you had people join the SafeMoon army, we appreciate your contribution. But you're overstating things. Way, way overstating things. Go ahead, DM. I think you were going to say something.
Yeah, bottom line, SafeMoon is not here because of them. They're here because of SafeMoon. We all know 100% they would not have the channels they have today without the SafeMoon community. That's the bottom line. Adam can say all he wants to about being responsible for whatever it was, 15-20% of the SafeMoon price, but we're responsible for 100% of his channel. And it's as simple as that.
Great point, man. It's Matthew next, right, TJ?
No, it'll go Justin, Al, then Matthew.
My bad. Justin, go ahead, man.
Hey, guys. Well, just catching on to a little bit of things. I invested in SafeMoon, ironically, because I looked into YouTube and all that. It's kind of crazy, the whole scenario, but SafeMoon is definitely, out of all the cryptos and anything that I invest in, and I invest in quite a few cryptos, is the only one that's actually profitable and actually has a good solid foundation. So yeah, YouTubers can bring you to this, but you yourself are going to experience the great that happens with this whole community. Because, for instance, look at how we're talking right now. We're all look out for each other. We do our thing. And, I don't even know about this whole drip thing. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. And I'm sorry if I'm not allowed to curse or nothing. But in general, this SafeMoon, I believe in it. I believe in it wholeheartedly that it's going to go above and beyond. And if people think they can manipulate markets, so be it. But every day I tell everybody about SafeMoon and download SafeMoon wallet and where we're heading. And yeah, so sorry for taking up your guys' time. I don't even know what the hell is going on with the strip market. So this is new for me. So I don't know. Should I look into it or should I not? I don't know what's going on. So
Well, just stay here and listen, and we'll educate you on it. How about that?
no,
Cool.
definitely. Yeah, no, I don't even know. Yeah, I apologize.
We're just looking out for you, man. That's all. And we're glad you're part of the Safe Moon Army. All right.
No, and one more thing. I definitely think there's a lot of scams going on in the sense of people being like, "Oh yeah, we partnered with SafeMoon," and you always try to catch ahead of the curve before the thing blows up. In the sense, like where how he was saying, like, "Oh, financial." Like, yeah, man, I work my 9 to 5, and there was one cryptocurrency. I don't know if you guys mind if I say it or not. You want to? Is it alright if I say it? Safe. Well, anyway,
My
there
friend,
was
I don't mean to cut you off, but we got a lot of people waiting to speak.
no. I'm just trying to say how this one cryptocurrency basically was like, oh, hey, SafeMoon is backing us and all that, right? And then I had Enhance. We all know Enhance token is new partners with SafeMoon, so I invested in Enhance, right? But then there was another currency that was like, oh yeah, so do we, and I invested in them too, trying to catch ahead of the curve. And I'm feeling like it's a scam. The second one, not Enhanced, but the second one. And it's like, you just gotta watch out for fucking people trying to fucking scam you the fuck out because they're using SafeMoon as their fucking backbone. So that just goes to show how fucking strong SafeMoon is. So we're all invested in SafeMoon and we're always trying to get reflections with SafeMoon. So SafeMoon will always fucking be strong. Just watch out for fucking scams. So,
I got you, man. Next speaker, let's go to Al. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's going on, everyone? I've been away for a minute, but I'm back. I found out, the news like everyone else about this drip thing. I was kind of heartbroken, to be real with everyone, because me and Joe, we go way back, and I remember there was a time when SafeMoon Mark was even trying to come out, promoting his own thing. I don't even want to recall the name of the token, but I just remember one thing that Joe said to me during that time, and he was like, "Listen, I don't care about no other coin. I don't have no other problem with people investing in other coins, but the words that came out his mouth was, I would never talk about any other coin other than SafeMoon on this platform." So when he told me that, coming from New York City like me, I was like, okay, that's exactly how I'm rolling. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with people investing in anything. But when it comes to certain platforms or certain things that we do or, promote and talk about, I felt that, and now to see him, with these other guys, he got to be getting paid, bro. You got to do it for the money. Like, you just don't do it for fun, because I remember what he said a long time ago. Like, these dudes got to be getting paid, bro. Like, I understand he got a family to feed. I understand that, but, no, I don't wish nothing bad towards none of them brothers. I understand where they coming from, but at the same time, I don't roll like that, because I grew up with scammers, bro. In New York City, we got nothing but scammers. And to sit here and say that people need to do their own due diligence, that's hard, because people are out here that's uneducated, that want to make an opportunity for themselves, bro. So no matter how much education that they try to accept and try to learn, there's people that can't comprehend, bro. Like I noticed for a fact, you know what I mean? Like there's even, young people that can't comprehend older people, and scams go on every day. I got people sometimes scamming my mother. She's the older individual. They call her up and say, "Hey, listen, blah 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 blah." My mother don't know no better, so she signs up for anything. And a lot of people on here, we don't know no better. We following these people that we look up to, sometimes as role models. Like, okay, now why would you think they gonna try to do something bad to you? This whole time you've been following these dudes, like you start feeling like everybody's family. And that's the thing about, this game in crypto. Because a lot of people I try to talk to, like in real life about crypto, the one thing they always tell me, oh, crypto is scam, bro. Every time I try to talk to somebody in New York City or in the Bronx about crypto, oh no, you mess with crypto? No, don't do it. Crypto is scam. And I try to tell them like, listen, not everything's a scam. You know what I mean? Like there's some real projects going on, and they always try to tell me, and then stuff like this. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. Soon as I was trying to put them on, and then they start hearing about all the commotion, they're like, yo, see, I was trying to tell you, but that's how life is sometimes, especially when a lot of people don't have and they looking for opportunities and they're gonna go for that money. You know what I mean? Money do change people. And sometimes if you feel like you ain't gonna change, and a lot of times they say it's because you ain't full around the right amount of money. But I was just heartbroken about it all, especially from Joe. And Joe, I hope he can change, man. Yo, you can always change, dude. You need to come correct and come real. Like I know Ponzi schemes, bro. In New York, we've been doing Ponzi schemes from when we was little, bro. We've been scamming since young ages. Like they had the whole thing called family and friends that's been running around. You have family members like stealing money from cousins. Like everybody heard about that family and friends scheme. Come on, bro. Like during the pandemic, it was mass schemes going around, bro. Like, come on, sign you up, and then you gotta
Al,
bring
you
us.
remember the blessings on Telegram blessings?
Yeah, I
That's what
remember
this
that too,
is, but it's
bro.
tokenized.
Yo, bro, for real. And it's funny. And then to get in, somebody gotta bring you in. Like, come on, man. I know about all that stuff. I know about the travel schemes, bro. I'm in New York City, home of the hustlers, bro. Like, I know about every trick in the book, bro. Then when I seen Joe up there, and it was like, damn, we were just on the space begging each other, bro. Like, come on,
And
don't
Joe
do
came
that to
late.
me.
And Joe came
Yeah,
late too. It's not like he was in on early on that. This was like really recent. A lot
yeah,
of them were in it before Joe.
yeah.
But
I
what
couldn't believe it.
but what
I
got
could,
me? I don't know
yeah.
if you heard this the other night. Generation said he believed this project began in April. So that got me thinking: were they pushing all of this for a long time to line up to this? Was this all part of a master
Come
plan?
on, we know that was the plan, bro. At the same time, they all in it. Like, come on. At the same time, y'all all in it and dropping content. Come on, bro. Like we see it. Like bro. Come on. We're not done, bro. We all see it, and Generation Crypto. He's a smart guy, and when I hear his voice now, it's like, damn, he sounds like fucking that Mark dude. That's how I used to believe in Mark, bro. Until I started investing in him with a little money, and now my money gone. He sounds just like Mark. Like, yo, a smart kid that says a whole bunch of intelligent words that means nothing. That's what Generation Crypto sounds like right now, trying to, explain his reason on drip. I'm listening to him like, yo, bro, come on, bro. You know it's a scam, bro. Like, just tell the truth. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna hurt a lot of people. You know what I mean? You're gonna hurt a lot of people. And a lot of people are gonna be upset. And a lot of people might come looking for you dudes in real life, bro. Like that, like I can't My heart won't let me do it, bro. And please listen, if you sign up with anybody from Drip, because that you gotta send your referral. You can't just buy Drip. You gotta get referred, and somebody gotta bring you in. If you do it, that's on you. But listen, don't do it. I'm giving y'all advice. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not listen to me right now. Do not do it, please. If you on here, do not sign up with Drip. And guess what's gonna happen? If everybody here don't sign up with Drip, you know what's gonna happen? Joe gonna start losing money. All RJ gonna start losing money. That other dude that talking about, I didn't even know who he was. What was Adam talking about? Bro, Adam. I don't even know you, bro. I don't know you. Like, that's real. So you talking about you did this for Safe Moon and like the price is like that because of you? Bro, I have no idea who you are. You know what I mean? Like, at all. But that's it, man. I'm just heartbroken behind it all, but you know what I mean? To each his own. I understand what money do to people. Money do change people. But I'm gonna tell everybody here, don't do it. Don't even. That's nothing to invest in at all.
Stack them. Let's go to Matthew. Go ahead, Matthew.
Yeah, I'm going to make this short and sweet. I know we've talked about Adam and Drip quite a bit so far. First of all, I'm going to start on Adam. Find it pretty arrogant on his part that he kept the price up for Say. I mean, let's say he had said 50% down. Man, come on. That means we could have doubled our bags if he wasn't around. How awesome would that be? But on a more serious note, how, arrogant in a way, once again, is it from them? They're not the ones building the exchange, the blockchain, the card, Gambia, the windmills, etc. That's why we're in Safemoon, not because of them. They're in Safemoon because they have a community that backs them on their YouTube channels, and the community backs them because they're in a strong project. Secondly, coming back to Drip and how it's a terrible investment, let's say, in the last year, these new treasury yield currencies have become immensely popular. And this is going to get a bit vague, but they are terrible investments. Most times you'll see it as 80,000% APY, let's say. Well, think of that. If we put $1,000 in 1 year, they're telling us we're going to get $800,000. How does that make any mathematical sense? They don't. So just as a community, I encourage everyone to stay as far away as possible from these currencies and invest in something that has utility and that's a strong project. For example, SafeMoon. So that's all I got to say.
Stack them. Thank you. TJ, who's next? I want to make sure I get the order right.
Yeah, it'll go Safo, then Jason, then Forrest.
Safo, go ahead.
Hello, hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, I want to really thank you guys for bringing up this space. I always make it a point to chime in and listen to all the educational stuff and up to date information about projects and stuff like that. And I want to really thank you guys, the co-hosts, self, everyone that has actually contributed to this space. I really appreciate it. To Winnipeg, I was involved in USI Tech, and I was one of the guys that got burned for that too. And Drip is pretty much the same thing wrapped in a different packaging. And it has so many red flags that is associated with USI Tech. The moment they said, hey, your initial investment is burned and you're not going to see that, that was a red flag for me. I was like, oh, no. So what if I want to get my money out? That means the initial investment, $5,000, $10,000, $100,000 invested into it is all gone. I can't get it back. It's a trap. They trap you in. That's how they trap you in. So you can get yourself out. And by the time you get out, they already got their stuff out, and you're left with the bag, pretty much. And this should be a lesson to everyone that, hey, do your homework. Do your homework. And I just don't understand if these influencers really did your homework by, talking to the SEC, talking to lawyers or something like that, really getting to the bottom of these projects before they even talk about it or shill it to other people, they would have seen these red flags. But they've got to a point where they're heavily invested and they hope that they can just ride the wave and, they just hope nothing. But I see something bad really coming out of this. And it's going to really hurt a lot of people that are in Safemoon. And it's going to just distract away from the focus that Safemoon has right now. Because a lot of people in Safemoon are going to get burned. They're going to tell other people, yeah, those influencers Safemoon. Because they're not going to say those influencers. They're going to just categorize the whole Safemoon community as a toxic and unreliable community to depend on. And they're not really gonna explain the fact that they were pulled into a bad decision by some of these influencers, And it's really good that you guys are talking about this and educating people about all this stuff because I wouldn't wish it on anyone to be trapped like this. And even right now, if you want to get out, you can get out. You're trapped. You gotta wait and recoup your money 1% at a time a day. So if you invested a lot into it, you can't get it all out. You're stuck. That's the trap. And that's how they get you. So I'm really glad that you guys have really talking about this and keep talking about this stuff. So newcomers that are coming into this space will understand that, hey, I got to be careful investing into stuff like this. So thanks again for bringing it up, for discussing this. I'll step down and let somebody else talk.
Stack, thanks for giving your personal experience. And let me say this too real quick, because I think people are missing the message. I got people, and I saw tweets during the day, and I see tweets when the show opens, and people are thinking like this is like us, against people we've disagreed with in the past and all this. No, guys, you're missing the message. I just pinned at the top. It's from the SEC. It talks about a Ponzi scheme in a virtual currency. Okay. DRIP meets every single criteria. You guys read it for yourself. It's there. You can go to that sec.gov files and look at what DRIP is, and it meets every single element there. There's nothing that's missing. Okay. And, we start the show and people put out tweets and stuff and say, they want to debate me on a neutral site and all this. Like, guys, I don't give a shit. You're irrelevant, okay? I don't have time for that bullshit. We're covering something where people are being taken advantage of and money's being taken, and it's directly targeting the Safemoon Army with YouTube influencers. That's what I care about. I don't care about any of this stuff in the past or any disagreement you have with me or anything that's petty. I really don't give a shit. So I just want to make that really clear. If you've been launched from the program, you were launched for a reason. It's because I don't have time for the pettiness and I don't have time for the drama. All right. We're talking about real issues here with real people, and we're making sure that we cover them completely. And that's all that matters. All this other stuff you want to tie into this issue and act like this is something political or personal. That's not what this is. We're covering the truth. That's what we've always covered on this program. We covered it with Bitmart. We're covering it right now with DRIP. Patron, you want to add anything to that?
Oh yeah, definitely. People are going to talk crap. They're going to tweet stupid stuff, especially about our program. And the only reason why they do it, if you look at the trend, is just only a few, and only a few that are dip into this bullshit of DRIP. And what's hard is that since it's a fucking pyramid, they got to get more people below them, using our fucking code, which is their wallet address, so they can get credit. And the people below they probably do not understand that they have to wait maybe, forever to try to gain their money back, or maybe never get their money back. But the thing is these people are hardworking people. They are spending their money and they're taking everybody as a fool. So, fuck them. I don't give a shit. Fuck them. They can all go to hell. And excuse my language, but it's they're playing with people's money. And then they expect us to stay quiet and not say nothing about it. We say it and we don't get paid. We don't get paid by Safemoon. We don't get paid by anybody. But yeah, they do get paid by some people, of course. Yeah, they want to make money out of the poor while they stay very wealthy, gaining a lot of money and laughing and ha 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 and laughing all loud. My dude, my guy, fuck you. You're making money out of the poor people. Come up, be a fucking man, and say it. Yes, I'm making money out of you guys, but you joining this bullshit. I have stayed quiet about this bullshit, but the more tweet that I see about this fucking people, thinking, oh yeah, they got money, they got this, they got that. Fuck you. I don't give a shit what you got. Stop stealing from people money, from people that are here trying to make a better future for themselves, and all you're doing is taking advantage of them. Period.
Thank you for that. And let me say this. You're either judged, if you're not judged in this lifetime, you're judged in the next. And I've always believed that in everything I do. I've never lost any sleep at night for anything I've done in life, whether it's business, family, anything. I've made decisions based on what I see in front of me. I don't feel bad about anything that I've ever done. Okay. People may disagree with me. They might not like my point of view, but I don't have time for drama and pettiness. And so that's what we've gotten away from. And some people don't agree with it. That's fine. You don't have to agree with it. You can go on another show, or you can put on a burner account and listen to the show if you think it's that important. But we're not going to have you up to speak, and we're not going to engage with you. And if you want to get behind YouTubers that are stealing money from people and are involved in a multi-level marketing scheme that is not regulated by the SEC, then go ahead and do it. That's your decision. But we're going to come on here and we're going to call it like it is. Attic, you got anything to add to that?
Not this time. No, I pretty much said everything Monday night. Everything's out there,
All right, cool. Let's who's up next, TJ? Jason, right?
It'll go Jason, Forrest, and Dr. Pat.
Jason, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, man. Dude, I just got to advise everybody on this whole program, stop cheating on your wives. Safemoon is your wife. She's beautiful. She's sexy. She knows how to cook. She's always there for you. No need to go, looking for something else. I'm very sorry that happened to everybody, and my condolences. I don't want to be insensitive, but it's kind of bringing the downer to the whole thing, and I do apologize. But yeah, let's stay faithful to to our wives. A Safemoon here. So I just kind of wanted to get up here and say that. I sent you. I'm kind of in like a second round interview with Safemoon, so they're going to call me tomorrow, and we'll see, and I'll let you know, and we'll see what goes from there. But yeah, so I just wanted to say that. Safemoon Army, I love you. From Utah, holla.
Stack them. That's funny, man. You're right. We have everything we need, and like you said, when you're working on a project and they're doing things the right way, legally, with regulations, 197 jurisdictions, right? They're doing everything the right way with all the legal team and the forms and following everything to a T. It takes longer, right? And it's a long process, and you have to hold and you have to talk about it and see what's coming, and that's not easy, right? But guess what? It's a legit project. This is what a legit project looks like. Okay, you don't have people coming on here promising the world to you right away. You don't lose 100% of your investment the minute you get in. This is different. This is what a project looks like that's viable. What they're promoting is not viable, and they're targeting people that are in something viable. I have an issue with it. Let's go to Pump. Go ahead, Force Pump.
Hey guys, good evening. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
All right. Thank you. Well, I'm very upset about this, Chris, and it's because they're targeting SafeMoon because of our community. Because what we've got, what we've built together, and they're now taking the credit. I didn't like this by Adam saying, "Oh, because of me." It's actually the other way around. People go on YouTube and they search SafeMoon. They don't search Adam Berman and then find SafeMoon. It's the other way around. They go SafeMoon, search SafeMoon, and they might find Adam's video. And if they like it, they might subscribe. And that's how he gets his followers, because people go there searching for SafeMoon. So he's being very arrogant, like someone else said earlier. Very arrogant. He tweeted today, "If you don't like me, poof, be gone." I think those were the words, "Poof, be gone," if you don't like what I say. So, and everybody here, if you don't agree, go unfollow him. I unfollow him because he's being arrogant and he's disrespecting the SafeMoon community. And it's just sad. And about Drip, these people are getting money because they have thousands of followers, and it's easy for them to, just get people in. But the people under, they might have maybe 100 followers, 200 followers, and these people are not going to get the numbers that they're getting. So they're saying, "Oh, you can make up to $25,000. Yeah, maybe he can, but people under him, they might get 1% or 2% of what he's getting. So they're lying to the people coming in. So just very, very upset about this because they're targeting us. They're targeting the army. And, we work hard for the money. So that's what I wanted to say. Thanks for bringing this topic. And I'm very excited for SafeMoon. We're getting new tokens on the swap. We had the Enhance. I bought a bag of Enhance, and now we got Affinity. And these projects are legit. SafeMoon is bringing good projects on board on this swap, so I'm happy for that, and we're just going to go to the moon. Thank you, everybody, and stay strong.
Stack them, and he brought up a great point. Not only do we have SafeMoon now, but we got the projects in the SafeMoon ecosystem. If you want to invest in something, you got Enhance, you got Affinity, right? You got things, and we're going to have 100 some tokens. Those are the things you should look at investing in, not this drip bullshit. Let's go to, I think it was Dr. Pat. Is he still up?
No, he went down, but DeFi was up earlier. So
DeFi Rich, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Thanks for bringing me back on here. Yeah, diversification is quite important. And I believe, obviously, majority of us inside this conversation here in this panel diversify. However, how one does it is everything. There's a certain way to be mentioning things, and this the way it was addressed with those groups of individuals was inappropriate. Also, it's like you going to like a baseball game, like you're a New York baseball fan, for example, but that you tell everybody that, but then you're wearing the competitors hat, for example, but you're still saying that you're from New York. You're still supporting them. It doesn't make sense. So why are they hashtagging SafeMoon? How come they're actually mentioning SafeMoon constantly? How come they're wearing their SafeMoon's apparel but still mentioning the other project? Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. And it's just a weak approach as to how they're doing everything. They could have really taken it far, being the OGs of content creators for SafeMoon, but they decided not to do that. When Adam Bergman was downtown in New York, Times Square, and he was promoting on the streets, that shows a lot of character, a lot of guts. But doing it once, it's not enough. You got to do it multiple times, and he just threw that opportunity out the window. So I was kind of shocked when I heard about that drip token, that drip project, and how they give no fucks. They think everything's okay.
Oh, they're getting mad at us and acting like we did something wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
The truth is a hard pill to swallow for most people, and that's how come they beat around the bush like a politician would.
There you go. Who's up next, TJ?
It's Blessed, then Ricky, and then MoFlo.
You said Blessed?
Yeah, Safemoon Blessed.
Blessed, go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, guys? First of all, I just want to say thank you to Chris. Thank you, TJ, for having me on today. Just want to say shout out to the entire Safemoon Army who have remained really resilient and brave through all these volatile swings and crazy, crazy times in the crypto market right now. I just want to say I've been in the space for about like 3-4 years now, and I've been a member of many different communities, and I don't think I've ever seen a community as strong, supportive, and loyal as the Safemoon Army. Look at all the politics, the FUD, the negativity that have been thrown at us the past 6 to 8 months in the community, and the fact that we remained on top and are still continuing to get bigger and bigger each day by growing the amount of wallet users, coin holders, Twitter followers. It says a lot about the project and the community that is backing it. I'm extremely, extremely bullish on SafeMoon and all the upcoming products John and Ryan have in the pipeline, including the SafeMoon Connect, SafeMoon Exchange, the blockchain, SafeMoon Card, Wind Turbines, Project Phoenix, all those products. I'll continue accumulating and adding to my bag every chance that I get. You know, I believe in SafeMoon a lot. SafeMoon is the future. SafeMoon is the evolution. That's all I want to say. Thank you guys for having me on tonight. Hope you guys have a great night. Appreciate it. Bye.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Stack them. Let's go to Ricky. Go ahead, Ricky.
Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you guys are. Just want to say thank you again for holding this space. I wrote something for Safemoon After Dark. It's very short and sweet, but here it goes. So today is my birthday. I turned 32. I'm here hanging with Chris, TJ, and Patron 2. You guys eliminate FUD here, and it has no place. This is hands down by far my favorite Twitter space. In here, we learn, laugh, educate. Man, nothing can stop you. And I love that time that Attic had really shut down Papa. My wife and I listen to you guys while the kids sleep at night. And when I come up to speak, I make sure I come strong to the mic. The heights SafeMoon can go, we can't even fathom. The best birthday gift I could get would be a triple stack 'em. So thank you for the space. It truly is the bomb. And if you got a problem with the SafeMoon Army, then you better call John.
I'm going to give you a triple stack.
Let's go.
You're getting a triple stack 'em for your birthday, man. That's a stack 'em, stack 'em, stack 'em. And my man comes in here prepared, and he was ready. I love it, brother.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Not only
happy birthday, man.
But on your birthday, I want
you.
you to remember you're now a legend on Safemoon After Dark.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I just there was just a little bit of a down. I mean, it's not a down vibe because we don't want people to lose money, but I definitely wanted to uplift the vibe a little bit in here. So me and my wife wrote it real quick, and then I just want to come strong to the mic and give it to you guys.
What are your thoughts on Drip since you're up here?
I'm staying away from it, man. So I was very, very diversified in my crypto portfolio. I was talking to, I'm an aircraft mechanic, and I had a bunch of people, and I had one guy who got me to the project. And while I was talking to him, updating him, because he's not on Twitter or any social media, I was updating him on SafeMoon. I had like a little mini circle come and listen to me, and they were like trying to see like, yo, what's SafeMoon about? But I told them, I was completely honest with myself. I was pretty diversified, guys. I basically took all of my, this is not financial advice, I took all my crypto portfolio and it's all in SafeMoon, except for 1 or 2 things that are locked up that are making me hold those things. But I am 1,000% to SafeMoon. I bleed SafeMoon. I love this community. And I honestly think it wasn't, I love the company, but this community is what's kept me listening to these spaces. This community is, it just blows my mind, the fact that you can listen to it in different languages. Like, you guys don't even understand that. I originally came in, I'm a GameStop holder, and I still am. And that community was pretty cool. But you can't even hold a light to the SafeMoon Army. You really cannot. I've listened to like some other projects out here, and there's some pretty good communities, but they're not tight like us, guys. They really aren't. And so when people come at us trying to use us for clout or trying to use us to invest in their projects, I get it, because we're strong, guys. Like, people want us so bad, and we won Crypto Community of the Year, and they want that title. They didn't get it, And so if we can win back-to-back Crypto Community of the Year, which I believe we can, but they probably won't let us, I think we could, hands down. So that's how I feel about it.
Hey, man, just keep your spirit and keep that great attitude. because we need that. We really do. It's important, man. As months go on and we continue to grow as a community, we're going to need that, especially in times like these, right, where people are coming at us from different angles. So happy birthday to you, man. You're 32. You're 10 years younger than me. So
Dang,
you got the best
crazy.
years ahead of you, man.
Yeah, 32 is a good year, right? So everybody's been spamming 32 and all that, and I said, this is it, guys. This is gonna be the year. I turned 32, so something's definitely gonna happen with huge safe one. I cannot wait.
Awesome, brother. Let's do this. Let's go to Dr. Pat. He got dropped down earlier. Go ahead, Dr. Pat.
Yeah, how you doing, brothers? Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I would just like to pinpoint one or two things. These guys that we're all talking about, these are guys that we all truly love. We love them guys. And these guys have contributed to Safemoon a lot. And I think we should find a better approach to win these guys back, because whichever token we're talking about that they're shilling right now is winning. And we could say whatever we want to say. At the end of the day, these are seven members, at least 6 members. We can't throw these 6 members away. We need these 6 members.
They're not winning right now. You're out of line on that. They're not winning anything right now.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is this. My suggestion is this. The better way to approach this is we should have called these guys instead of doing it in this space. Speak to them about this. This shilling you guys are doing, they're not paying you guys for it.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Yeah, he's got to go.
So it's not that. So first, let me explain something, Dr. Pat, before I move you down the speaker. You're automatically assuming that we haven't actually talked to these people as human beings with respect. And I actually have reached out to people, and we've tried, and we said it in DMs, and we said it in different locations and spaces, and we get turned around saying that we're fudding or we're being disrespectful. Again, I'm the neutral guy. I'm the guy that normally remains neutral on everything. But when you're automatically coming up here, and this isn't the first time you've come up on our space, and you've already automatically accused us of not going the right approach or not doing the right thing. So I respect your opinion, but I suggest that you message us first and ask us what we've done instead of automatically making the assumptions. Because again, we do things behind the scenes oftentimes, and we try to do things the right way, but we don't always get the right response. So sometimes things get escalated. I'm not saying that this is the 100% correct way, but this is the way that we've chosen. So I respect your opinion, Dr. Pat, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to disagree, and I'm going to move you down to listener, because if you want to handle this in DMs, we can talk. All right?
Yeah, thank you. If you're not sure of something, we don't appreciate somebody coming on here and saying something. So if you knew for a fact that we hadn't talked to these guys at some point, that would be one thing. But there's been a lot of work done on this. And we were aware of this early last week, too, by the way. We didn't bring this up until Monday. So we let about a week go by. We watched a lot of this go on first. Let's go to James, and then we're going to go to Ash. Go ahead, James.
What's going on, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. So it's been a good minute since I've been here. I've been super busy, but still holding on that Safemoon wallet, super excited. And look, I just wanted to share a couple things with some of the listeners here. I've been, hearing you guys out and with what's going on. And honestly, these YouTubers, I would listen to them before I was on here on Twitter. And so then when I heard about the whole Twitter space, I think that's actually when I became even more bullish. That's when I started investing more. So at the end of the day, that's just how life is. I mean, how many of you guys probably had really close friends growing up and something happened and you're like, dude, like, you're not even the person that I thought that you were going to, like, we were homies or whatever the scenario was, right? That's just how life is. At the end of the day, when you believe in a project, you're just going to stick behind it. And sometimes, and this is how I see it. Okay. Sometimes bad publicity is good publicity. Not that they're talking crap about SafeMoon. They maybe want, one, all the attention, and two, I see what you guys are doing. I see that, and I respect that, because at the end of the day, you're trying to armor and give that reassurance, like, hey guys, like at the end of the day, remember why you're investing into SafeMoon, and don't get sidetracked. Like, hold on to that vision. Like that makes a lot of sense. But at the end of the day, they did it for clout. They did it because ultimately they wanted to make a name for themselves. And I know that even I have thought to myself, because when it comes to marketing, it's a perfect tool. It's a perfect strategy. And they know I made a name for myself in this community. I can get these people. And guys, who knows what they're going to be doing in the next couple months, in the next couple of years, whatever the case is. The point, what I'm excited about are the things that SafeMoon's going to be coming up with, like highlighting, like what's the next project, like what is SafeMoon about to do, that because this is I've been out of just like getting information in regards to SafeMoon, and I'm trying to like get back in, continue to invest more into SafeMoon, and I want to know anybody like who's hosting right now, Chris or any of you guys, like, what are some things that you guys are really excited about SafeMoon? What are some things that you guys are looking forward to that you believe is about to happen outside of these, whatever you want to call them, clowns?
So for me, I'm more excited about the future as far as like the projects and the use cases that SafeMoon is going to involve in. Obviously, we have Mooncast next week. We have the turbines that's going to be at the end of this year. Well, supposedly, hopefully by the end of this year, to include the blockchain. So all these things that are going to add to the ecosystem, that's going to add to the burn, which ultimately will establish John, Ryan, the entire SafeMoon team as the actual tech company that everybody needs to follow. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay, cool. And I just wanted to end with one more thing, unless Chris or any of you guys wanted to add anything towards my question. One more thing that I just wanted to add, for those who were here when basically freaking, I already forgot his name, right? Big Papa, whatever. Like when he basically was supposed to help with the blockchain, and then he basically bailed out. So it's just, at the end of the day, any great project, anything that's gonna be something that's gonna be phenomenal, like, hey, Steve Jobs, right? Steve Jobs, he had one of his best guys, he fired them, and they told him, like, hey Steve, why did you just fire him? He was like our best guy. And he goes, because he didn't believe in our vision. And that's what it comes down to. There's going to be another guy who's going to love SafeMoon, who's going to say, you know what? Like, I want to go ahead and I want to do YouTube about SafeMoon as well. So if you got the time, and if you love this project, and if you think like that you can put time and learn about what SafeMoon can do, how it can change people's lives, hey, give yourself a shot. Give yourself a shot, hop on YouTube and go ahead and share your information. There's so many ways to communicate with people. At the end of the day, they've lost their credibility for the people that obviously believe in this project. And eventually we're just going to have to get to the point where we're going to move on. We're going to move on, and we're going to keep talking about why we're investors and why we believe in this amazing project. So that was pretty much what I want to say. Thanks for letting me talk.
No, you're good.
You're good.
Appreciate you coming up, James. I know it's been a while. It's good to see you're in good health as well. So truly appreciate that. We're gonna go Osh, and then we'll Cash drop down.
I'm back. It was giving me an issue with the mic, but I'm back. Go ahead, Osh.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Hi everybody. I want to throw out some thanks again. I guess it was a month ago or whatever. that the Safemoon Army rose up against the whole Bitmark hat. And, that hashtag when Bitmart really lit a fire under their ass. And while, Karoni and Ryan were definitely talking with Bitmart and certainly getting some things rolling, I don't think that it probably would have happened as fast without the strength of the army behind them and causing a scene. And it saved a lot of people. I go back after hearing about all this drip stuff, and I'll get more into my thoughts on that in a second, but the people like Muhammad, if y'all remember, Muhammad was on the brink of ending his life because he had put, a loan. He put all his money and a loan into a project that he, believed in, and then all of a sudden his money is gone. And Bitmart was not doing the right thing by, honoring their word. And it caused a lot of people a lot of grief. And I'm glad he got his money back. That was the first guy I thought of when, everything was restored. And this drip thing, you mentioned earlier this rant that Adam went on, trashing trolls or whatever. And I went to the video and I found that and I listened to his rant and it was just so gross. It was gross. It was like it hit me in my gut. This drip project just surfaced a couple weeks ago. He started his YouTube channel a year ago in March or something, and he's been 100% Safemoon. And then as soon as he is questioned, as soon as the army is like, whoa, wait a minute, this looks like really shady, he's like, all of you guys are stupid. Y'all are so stupid you can't turn a doorknob without me. Like, if it weren't for us, Safemoon wouldn't be where it is. And I listened to that and I was like, what the I didn't even know these guys existed until a couple of months ago when I started listening to Twitter Spaces at all. I didn't get into Safemoon last March because of any of these guys. So for them to put themselves on a pedestal and listen to Adam calling all of these people that are questioning their integrity absolutely stupid, part of the Safemoon Army, a huge part of Safemoon holders are questioning these guys' integrity. Prove to us the integrity of this project. Go to the SEC and produce this, legal backing so that you have something to stand on. Prove to us that this is legal. Prove to us that this is a good project. Instead, he's trashing Safemoon holders. He's trashing whoever's holding drip and questioning it. And meanwhile, these other guys on the panel on this round table are laughing and snickering. And I found that so reprehensibly immature and just the lowest level of it's just trash. It was total trash. And earlier today, I was talking to someone about drip and I was like, yeah, I heard about it a couple weeks ago and I don't remember who shared their code. It might have been Generation Crypto, I think. And I was like, code? Why do I need a code to get a wallet for a coin? That's like the polar opposite of decentralized. I don't want someone else controlling, my wallet, my investment, my money or whatever. And having to have an invitation, a special code to get in just sounded so sketchy. I've been in pyramid schemes, when I was younger, and I'm wise to them, and that's what it sounded like. It just didn't sit right, so I didn't even look into it. I didn't even research it because it just didn't seem right. But I was talking to someone earlier today, and I was like, yeah, I like Adam. Adam's always, asking tough questions, and I think that he's full on Safemoon, and he probably still is. But and I said he asks the hard questions. He's seems pretty neutral, and he's about diversifying, and that's cool too. And then I watched this video, and I just the words that have come out of his mouth, and the snickers that came from the panel on these guys that are in this coin, the advice Winnipeg gave the other night was invaluable, and for Generation Crypto to take that advice and say, yes, I will look into it, and then produce none of that effort or broadcast his results on this opportunity this round table and say, hey, I looked into it and here's the proof. It just speaks volumes about what trash this project is. And it was just alarming. And so again, I'll wrap it up and say thank you. Thank you on my behalf. Thank you on behalf of all of the people who have heard your space and heard the trickle through the spaces and seen the posts on Twitter to not invest in DRIP and have saved their money, like the lady who's retired who couldn't afford to probably lose this. So, like, there are still so many people that are new to this and are naive and are going with these people that the community has trusted so much over the past year. It's been so mind-blowing that these guys that have had so many Safemoon videos, so much Safemoon influence, they're scamming people. And it just breaks my heart that so many people are going to lose money. And I thank you guys for being loud and barking. Chris, you are the loudest fucking dude on Spaces, and it is an invaluable gift that you have to not give a shit what people think of you, because I mean, I can't begin to understand how many people that you've saved from, making a bad investment. And I appreciate TJ's neutrality. I appreciate Patron's humor. But and Addict, man, you bite people in the ass so hard. I love it. And I just appreciate you guys so much, and I thank you for these spaces. And man, I hope we can, as a community, prevent more people from taking a bad turn and losing their money. And that's all I've got.
Ash, as usual, I'm going to give you a double stack them. That's a stack them. And let me say this. You've heard this when you were a kid, especially when you went to church or whatever. People would say money is the root of all evil. I don't believe money is the root of all evil. I believe the love of money over everything else is the root of all evil, meaning over your principles, over your morals, over your family, over hurting other people. If money becomes paramount to all of that, that is the root of all evil. And I feel like this is exactly what's going on here. If people disagree with it, that's fine. But I feel like when you put money and greed ahead of everything else, that is the root of all evil. Who's next, TJ?
That'd be Tuna, and then Derek, and then Wojak.
Tuna, what's up, my man?
Hey, Chris, how you doing? Patron, TJ, Addict. Hey, you guys got a great show going here tonight. Just want to come up and say hey. And, for all you chillers out there, or whatever fucking coin you're chilling, fuck you if you're not down with the Safemoon Army. I've heard a couple of guys come up here and actually try and say we got to keep these guys, defend these guys. Do you know that these guys are probably the first people new investors actually see when they're looking at Safemoon? These are the first responders, basically, right? I mean, you go on YouTube, somebody tells you about Safemoon, you're going to get one of these guys. And if you get them on a bad day when they're chilling drip, there goes our new investor. I mean, think about that. I mean, not that we have to put our level of trust, but all we're asking for is character here. If you're going to put Safemoon on your site, you got to bring it with character. You see an opportunity for money, and you know what Safemoon's about and where the future is at, and you're going to take that little crumb instead of just waiting and holding and supporting Safemoon. I don't get it.
Hey, I'm going to give you a stack of, man, because that was great what you're saying. A minimum character requirement, right? Like, that's all it is, man. And, when this came out and we started looking at this, we got a cabinet, right, of people. There's me and there's 12 other people in there. And we were looking at this and we were like, man, we did not even want to go into this. We were hoping this would just go away. We really were. We were like, this doesn't look right. Let's see what happens. And then each day it became a little bit more. And then the next thing you know, you had another YouTuber. And then Safemoon Joe gets in it. We're like, man, how do we not say something at this point? There was no way, and look, we looked at it and we saw what we saw, but then I ran it by somebody who does this, like writes contracts. And then they ran it by several other people who write contracts. And we all came to the same conclusion. And I said, okay, we have to talk about this at this point. And then we got, started talking to Winnipeg, and he had a similar story with something that was similar, right? And then we had a person on here tonight, Saf, who was in that project, who said it was the same thing. I don't know what more we need to say at this point other than to tell people, how dangerous this is. And it's dangerous for the people involved, and it's dangerous. They're all going to lose 100% of their money. That's what's going to happen.
Chris, you and I, we're savvy to drip, We've been through the Safemoon Academy. I've been here since April. I've been educated, When I saw that drip shit, and, I don't want to add names, but Millionaire put his name on it, I was like, whoa, that's out of character. That's not the guy I thought I knew. And I don't want to call out anybody out, but I like Millionaire. But when I heard him talking like that, it was different.
It was different. And he wasn't the only one, And I'm not attacking people personally, man. And I'm going to tell you right now, I loved RJ. I loved Safemoon Joe. I loved Generation. We had him on this program all the time. But you know what, man? People will show who they are over time. And it's their actions. I'm not condemning the person. I'm condemning their actions. They might still be good people that believe in Safemoon, but I cannot stand behind somebody shilling a project like Drip, where they're making the money off other people, where it's a legal multi-level marketing scheme that is not regulated or legal in any U.S. state. So, or other countries too. I'm just talking about what I know in the U.S. So let's go to Derek. Then we're going to go Wojak, and then my man J5 from the 757. Go ahead, Derek. Hey, Derek, are you there? All right, we'll come back.
Hello?
Go ahead. Yeah,
Hello?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, how's it going?
I'm good. How about you?
Not too bad, eh? Just want to give a shout out to the Army here. I pop into these spaces all the time. Shout out to TJ, Patron, Attic. Shout out to Winnipeg down there. I'm from Winnipeg myself. Just wanted to touch on this whole drip situation here. I feel like these guys are, at the end of the day, they're just caring about their wallets. And I think we all just need to stay educated on who these guys are. Stay away from them. Stay educated. We got to stay away from the drama and move forward and focus on, what we need to focus on, as a community and as a group, and, everybody dialing it in. And, it's sad. It's sad that these guys only care about their pockets, but, we just gotta educate each other, and that's it.
Yeah, man, I agree 100%. And it is sad. No one wanted to go down like this, man. I can tell you that. We did not want to cover this, believe me. But we have to cover it. We have an obligation to cover it. Wojak, what's up, man?
Good evening, Chris. Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to want to look at this from a little bit of a different perspective. At the end of the day, I was just doing a quick little gander at how many subscribers these clowns have. And, let's call it on the high end, all of them cumulatively have, like, let's say 100,000. And obviously most of them are the same people following them. So it's not actually 100,000 unique individuals following them. So in the grand scheme of things, the people who follow them or really even listen to them is very minute compared to the actual Safemoon Army or the people who support the Safemoon Army. So even though they can say whatever they want, at the end of the day, they're going to have no fucking impact on where this project goes. Because when that blockchain comes out, when that exchange comes out, when that card comes out, when bitchin' ass projects like Affinity, which I love, is on there, no one's going to remember their little cute little rants when they're sitting in their homes talking about how they want to be full-time content creators. No one gives a shit, bro. We're talking about a multi-billion dollar company changing the most radical concept since the internet, which is crypto, that we are all a part of. Okay, we're fucking monsters. So they're going to be irrelevant. The same way Papa, Binance, blah, blah, blockchain, bitch ass, whatever the hell he was, is irrelevant. The same way everyone who started Safemoon was fucking irrelevant. They're going to be also irrelevant. And one last thing I want to say is, people can talk shit as much as they want, but you cannot stop quality from succeeding. You can go put a bunch of people in front of the Rolls-Royce dealership right now, tell them how shitty those cars are. Motherfuckers are still going to be lining up, dropping $500,000 to get themselves a Rolls-Royce Dawn. Okay? So they can say whatever the fuck they want. No one cares. And that's it. And Chris, those motherfuckers are not allowed to come on the trip. Okay? That's it, baby. Good night, everyone.
Double stack them, stack them, stack them. And let me say this. Not only they are not allowed to come on the trip, they're not allowed to come on this fucking show. All right? And I'm going to say something right now for all of you. You can record this. I'm going to pass every one of these fuckers. Okay? Realize we've only been doing this show 3 months. These guys have been putting in a year of work. I will pass every one of these motherfuckers one by one. And Fonzie, I know you're listening. You can record that and put that out on your next tweet. Every single fucking guy on that YouTube roundtable talking shit about how they did something for Safemoon and how drip is the next big thing. I'm going to pass every one of you motherfuckers. Just get ready. J5757, what's up?
What's up, my brother? Shit, just figure I'd step up to the mic. You know, the legend from the 757's here tonight. So,
love it.
No, I just want to let y'all know I spent another little $125 tonight in my Safemoon. Put another 65,000 coins in there. I'm 300,000 from the target of 5 million strong. I also got me a little $10 lottery ticket of some Affinity tonight. I thought that was kind of cool, but I'm gonna be short and sweet with it, you know. Whether you got the clap, the gonorrhea, or the drip, you might want to go see a doctor and get a shot in the ass, because that shit is not what you want. And the last thing I'm gonna put on the street tonight: you bullshit a banker, you get a bun. You bullshit J5, you get nay motherfucking none. Straight from the 757, baby.
Double stack them, stack them, stack them. Look, man. He was strong. And hey, by the way, on Affinity, I love Affinity, man. I actually know the dev that wrote the contract. So I haven't got in, but I love Affinity. I'm wrapped up in Safemoon and a bunch of other things. But I would just say this. I had looked at Affinity for a long time, and I was extremely excited to see them in the Safemoon ecosystem. And I think it's more than a lottery ticket. Not financial advice, but I think it's going to do really well. Just thought I'd add that for you, brother.
You have a good night.
You too, man. That was strong to the mic, no doubt. Tuna wants to come up here. Go ahead, Tuna.
Hey, I heard you talking about Affinity. Yeah, I got in today. I threw 100 at it. Why not? I want to support this ecosystem that Safemoon is putting together. I mean, it feels like the Legos are falling into place piece by piece. Pretty soon, the vision is going to be materialized. I mean, if you don't see that now and you've held since the beginning, for me, it's April. I mean, I'm all in. And when I see these moves being made, John Caroni saying it's going to be a good week, and stuff starts happening, can't help but be bullish. So yeah, Affinity, I got on their space today. I talked to I don't even know what their roles were. They were straight up with me. They fill me in on some stuff. Yeah, and I dropped 100 in it. Why not? NFA.
Good move, man. And Zach was the guy that was pictured with John, and then Chris is their lead dev. And I've heard he's special. That's what somebody told me today. They said Chris, the lead dev, is special on that project. So I know we have some people from Affinity probably joining us tonight. Welcome. If you're from Affinity, we love having you. Welcome to the family. All right. And you're going to see more people getting in Affinity for sure. It's a good project. It's a good team. And Safemoon recognized that. And it's going to help all of us too. So let's go to
get them up here. If you get them up here, maybe ask how many holders.
Yeah, they can come up anytime. Anybody from Affinity that wants to come up here and talk, the floor is yours. Mohit, what's up, man?
All good, brothers. And I love you, man. Because I was about to express to most of the people in our community that all our YouTube influencers are sold off. I'm sorry to get this, but they're all sold off. Safemoon is a project which will change the entire ecosystem of crypto, and we are the early adopters of that. We are the owners of it, and why do we have to get distracted for that? And you're doing just awesome job, and all the people who are here sticking to the Safemoon ecosystem, and mind it, it's not an ecosystem now; it's a galaxy. We are a Safemoon galaxy, and all the coins and tokens which are coming on the Safemoon ecosystem, they're all legitimate coins, not like just to add in liquidity and do the rug pull. They're all getting into the headquarters, signing the deal, signing the agreements, and then getting onto the Safemoon swap. That's a superb deal.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man, to see pictures with John Caroni, and I saw Hayden in there. Hayden used to always listen to our show. I think he still does. He's just not always up to speak. But Hayden, got hired. He worked with John in the past. I saw Hayden in there with the hoodie and the Safemoon hat. I thought that was great. It's a great moment for them, right? They put in all the work. They put in the application. Safemoon takes a deep dive and look at it. They do their due diligence and they approve them. And then they get to go up there and shake John Caroni's hand, and it's a seal of approval. It's great. It's great for Safemoon. It's great for these new projects that are getting off the ground. It's a win-win, And you're right, they did sell out. Okay, and if you look, the other thing you can do too is you can watch that clip where Adam's speaking about how they brought in 15 to, I think he said 25% of all Safemoon holders. And look at Dark Moon Tim. His whole face goes out of the frame. I mean, just watch the body language. He didn't even want to be in the frame during that. So, and I talked to him a little bit today. I won't divulge that conversation, but he's in a tough place because, he's not believing in drip, but he's on there with 6 other guys who are acting like everything's okay and it's business as usual. So thank you for saying that. They did sell out, and they're going to be remembered for selling out. And, we're not going to spend weeks on this, but we're going to talk about it, and we're going to get everything out in the open. And as Wojak said, Safemoon's bigger than any of that. People can get on a content, station, YouTube, or whatever it may be, and say whatever the fuck they want. But Safemoon is going to outlast all that. And when it happens and we get to see it, we're just going to remember these moments. These are just chapters in a book, right? So Bitmart was a chapter in the book, right? The YouTube content creators is a chapter in the book, right? When the exchange is released, that's going to be a chapter. Our V2 was a chapter. The wallet was a chapter. Just look at it as all chapters. It's going to be a great story when it's all said and done, right? And the show's going to be a part of it. That's what's so awesome about it. Let's go to Michael. Go ahead, Michael. Michael, you're up. Go ahead. Michael, the muscle man.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I'm just excited to be here. No, Drip, if you don't even know who the guy is running it, it's a major red flag. Nobody knows his face, so that should be, obvious not to do it. But also, it looks like this month in February, there's going to be a lot more coins getting listed. Safemoon tweeted it's a frenzy So we had Affinity. That's a new coin. It's not on the swap yet on the phone, but I believe you can do it on the website. And I think the next one is Glow. So we're excited for that. Me and my boys, we put 5K into that. Hopefully that gets listed, not financial advice, but you know, I think there's going to be some more coins coming this month, as well as maybe perhaps Binance after what is it, Mandela exchange finally gets the trading on there. After that gets tested, I think it's just a test. And then after that, I think Binance will be after that. So it's exciting. I think this month has a lot to come. Trip is a no-no. All right, that's all I got.
Yeah, and just for clarification, Affinity is actually on the swap. It's actually on the phone. So if you want to check, you can double check, but it is there.
Thank you for clarifying that, TJ. We're going to go to my man Izzy, and then we're going to go to Zach, who's actually the CEO of Affinity. So it'd be great to have him up. Izzy, go ahead, my man.
Well, what up, everybody? All right, let me get to unpacking some of this here, because I have received a DM from Safemoon Joe after the last After Dark. So me and him DM'd for probably about close to an hour. I felt like my fucking head was beating in my pillow at the time. I asked him a few questions, you know, in reference to his referral link. It's RJ. Does he know, or did everybody use RJ's link? Which the answer is yes. At first you try to say ask them, but, you know, of course the answer is yes. And I try to get him to just acknowledge that what was done very looks like it was a team collaboration. And he really put on his what would I call it? Sleepy Joe. I felt like I was talking to a politician. He tried to convince me that what I was doing was wrong, and that like I was brainwashed, or like if I'm doing what Chris or anybody else is telling me to do, sort of say. So I had to make it clear that, for one, I don't have no personal affiliation with nobody here. I haven't. The only person I ever spoke to personally on the phone was today. I spoke to Adam Bergman. I called him out and asked him a few questions. I was in his Telegram. He responded to a question. I ended up getting booted, actually, from his Telegram, because one of his fans, you know, got out of line, and I just gave him some thoughts. So end result is Adam asked for my number to speak to me. So in speaking to Adam, we had a good conversation. We had a respectful conversation. In reference to the drip, they all same thing. He used the code. He won't admit that it was any kind of collaboration. He only would speak for himself. He doesn't want to speak for nobody else. He's only speaking for himself. But then again, of course, on social media, they all speak for each other and they're all collaborating. But individually, it's like, you know, everyone's going to backpedal and put their hands up, because who is going to admit it? It's not in their best interest to. So we're never going to hear that. That's just, you know, that's something too far to reach for. We're never going to get that. I still believe the way it looks is the way it happened. People was lured over there. And the one thing that I wanted them to know in speaking to them is that it was unethical. Nobody agrees with it. It was wrong. And you can't convince me otherwise. But yeah, in reference to, did they admit to anything? Of course not. They're going to stay rock strong. And Safemoon Joe, he really tried to use his little weak reverse psychology and tell me this is not the way. Like, I was doing the Safemoon community more harm than good.
Whatever.
So you know, when I finished that conversation with him, it was just a text back and forth. I just saw he was just trying to tell me about myself. Like if I was uneducated and I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. But at the end of it, like I told Adam Bergman, if you look at the timestamps, if anybody takes a piece of paper and you write all the timestamps down from the AMAs to the pre-sale, everything lines up. It all lines up. You just can't. There's nowhere else to go with it. And what I'm still trying to understand, Chris, is why did Tim go back on that table?
I talked to him today about it.
Yeah, I know he must feel like he's in a hard spot right now because those are his boys, and he's at that table. But let's get this shit clear. We're in a 10-month-old project. None of them are boys. None of them are boys. Because all it takes is that little puppet RJ to keep dangling them strings, because that's what I really think happened here. I think some of these guys got really caught in a bad position as well. Because also with Safemoon Joe, you could tell he's very uncomfortable. You could tell he don't want to be there. He was branded all by himself. He didn't need anybody. He was fine alone. So you can tell that some of these individuals are just in a really sticky situation. They don't know how to get out of it. They don't know what to do. They can't flip on RJ because then it's going to flip back on them. They're just all fucked up right now.
Yeah.
So it's tough on all sides, but at the end of it, it looks bad on everybody, including Tim. It's like, it looks bad on everybody.
I talked to Tim today, and I won't get into what was said. I will just say that I said this. Look, if this thing is what we think it is, and I told him I had a high degree of confidence of what Drip was and why I thought Drip was what it is. I said, it doesn't look good. You know, I know you got a job to do, but if you're on there, it doesn't look good to you. That's basically what I told him. And I won't get into, what else was said. I'll just say that I was looking out for him. I said, as a man, I'm looking out for you because I wouldn't want to see anything negative happen to you or anything negatively impact you because of this bullshit. And that's what I expressed to him. So,
Chris, I expressed something very similar to Adam because we had a very good conversation. We had a very respectful conversation. And I respect the fact that he even reached out and was like, yo, let's talk. So I got respect for him as a man, but that shit was still unethical what happened there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That shit was still unethical what happened there. And it's a bad situation for all of them right now. And I try to tell him as a man, as a New Yorker, like, we have a strong character. A lot of people, when we speak from New York, we have a strong character. Sometimes we come off the way we don't really want to come off. And I didn't watch that video. I saw a little clip of it, but I didn't watch the video. But, I told him, listen, we can't always come off that way. We got to think about things. His concern right now, from what he told me, is he made the video because his YouTubers requested it, and he put the link inside of his videos because they asked to put it in every link. So I told him, I said, listen, I understand that, but that don't make sense. You know what I mean? That don't make sense. Think about all the other viewers and the other people who look up to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So we had a healthy talk. Most of the things we spoke on, we didn't agree on. We had a healthy talk.
The point I brought up to Tim today was that he made a video for his subscribers, right? Which said that Drip was not a good project. Okay. That was said on the last show. I wasn't going to bring it up, but somebody said it. So now that that's out of the bag, I sent him the clip that Fonzie had today, which said that he made that video for his subscribers. Okay. And I know for a fact that there were subscribers that said, thank you for doing this to him. And we're thankful that they didn't get involved in this project. I know that it happened. Okay. And my point to him was, I understand that this is not a good project. I understand that these YouTubers are your friends, but I also want you to understand the optics of this when you're on there with them. It makes you look like you support them, even if you don't. That was my whole point to him. Now, I'm not telling him what to do or how to do it or anything like that. That's not my place. All I was trying to say to him was, this thing goes down and legalities come out and people start questioning you. How's it going to look if you're on a YouTube roundtable with these guys? That's what I said to him. Because, like I said, above anything, I know Tim is a good guy. I've known Tim for a long time, right? During this thing. I mean, it seems like it's been forever. It's only been like 3 months, but I've talked to Tim a lot. We've had extensive conversations. He came on this program with us late one night. He had 8 subscribers. He's always been an honest guy. Guy works multiple jobs. Guy puts out great content. He speaks to me, speaks to other people in the community. I have no reason to believe anything bad about Tim. He's just in a bad situation right now. And my whole point to him was, if things go down, with regulations and everything, and even if you're not involved in this, people are going to question you about this. I don't want to see that happen to you. You're too good of a guy to have this, as a stain, right? So I just thought I'd share that with you, Izzy.
Yeah, it's sad. I don't want to see nothing bad happen to none of them. I believe they all love Safemoon the way we all love Safemoon as well. I enjoyed their videos for months. I followed all of them. But, a line has to be drawn. A line has to be drawn because we all are the holders. But us as the audience, of course, we make you, just like everyone said who came up here earlier, who hit it spot on. They'll have some followers, but the bulk is here. The audience is what makes the YouTubers. But I find it a big problem where a lot of YouTubers are not ready to accept any kind of constructive criticism, or they're not ready to be challenged or be told anything, because if you do say anything, it's automatically FUD. It's automatically FUD, and you're, what do they call it? You're attacking them. Yeah, you're attacking them. So I don't find facts to be an attack. You prove me wrong. Because if we have proof or evidence, if we can blatantly see something and there's a paper trail on it and there's a timestamp on it and a date, then what are you going to tell us? An apple is not an apple? Like, I find it like very hard sometimes to just even listen to sometimes, not just them, just content creators in general, when they use the language and speak like if the viewer is uneducated or have no knowledge or is a new person. Some of us just listen because we ain't got shit to do. Well, we just came home. We just chilling. Some of us know everything, and we was already on Discord, and we already saw all of this, and we just want to see your perspective.
Yeah, I agree, man. 1,000%. And like you, man, I don't know how else to explain it at this point. We just have to let it play out, right? I mean, what else can we do? I hope nobody gets hurt too bad by this, but the writing's on the wall. Let's do this. We're going to go to Zach. I said CEO. He's actually the CMO, which would be Chief Marketing Officer, I believe, for Infinity. Zach, congratulations, man. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me up. I guess Affinity was said 3 times, and I'm like Beetlejuice. I just got to appear real quick. A few of our investors said that you had mentioned our name, and I just wanted to, I didn't want to take over your space or what you guys going on. I just wanted to extend an invite to really anybody, whether it's you or anybody in this chat. If anybody has any questions or whatever it may be, my DMs are always open. You can come into our Discord or Telegram. Our mods are amazing. We'll help you to the endless degree. Any questions you got. And then to you, Chris, I mean, we would love to sit down and talk with you one day if you ever have free time. So just for a quick chat, it's up to you. Again, extend a quick offer, and thank you.
Yeah, man, I'd be open to that. And can you just tell us what it means to get listed with Safemoon in the swap?
It means a few things. It's none of anything that we ever do never has any monetary value. It's more for the connections that are made at a business level. Again, we're all just real dudes. We're just trying to make a change in this space in a positive way, just like Safemoon's trying to do. We're not trying to piggyback on anybody. It's like if you ask Apple to take all their computers out of schools. It just makes no sense, right? People have to work together to make spaces grow. So that's all we did. We're honored, of course, to be one of the first, without a doubt. There's a vetting process. I'm sure they get thousands of emails of tokens that want to get listed. So, of course, to be one of the first, 4 to be on there, it is an honor, 100%. I could speak for the whole team when it comes to that.
How long ago did you guys launch, and was this always the plan to be with Safemoon on the swap?
Not always the plan, without a doubt. But things just came into place as people are met, and I just like to say the dominoes fall into place. We launched 7 months ago now. August 28th was our launch date, and we've been firing at all cylinders ever since. The devs, the CEO, the CTO, and the COO, Paul, Chris, and Chris, are all fantastic guys. Same thing. All they want to do is just change the space for the better, make it more simple and more secure. There's a lot of space for everybody to grow, and there's a lot of things that need to be fixed, So we really need to come together as a whole to fix these things. Not one company can handle one problem. So, no, it wasn't in the complete, forward roadmap. Like, we had to be with Safemoon, but again, because we have the opportunity, we're honored. Yes.
What is it that you guys set out to fix?
So our main use case right off the bat is it's called Adapt. What we're going to do and what we've created is a way to send cryptocurrency with just a username, no more wallet addresses. So I don't know how many people in this space have lost money from sending money to the wrong address. I've done it personally with just setting up an AMA. $4,500 was burned because I sent to the wrong wallet address. I sent it to a contract address. That sucks. A cool little fact for you, 20% of Bitcoin has been lost from sending to the wrong address. That's just Bitcoin alone. Imagine crypto in its entirety. Billions of dollars have been lost. So just as simple. I like to market it as the Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal of crypto. It really will be as that simple. You'll be able to go in, say I put in Chris Harris, BUSD, $1,000, send, and it's gone and away. That is, again, baseline of what we're doing. We have a lot of other products in the works. I don't want to hammer on it too much, but how does this tie into Affinity? There is a 0.75% for each transaction that happens. So with that, then goes into either pushing rewards or buy and burn. So again, when mass adoption, or as we like to say, mass adoption happens, at that point, again, imagine Cash App, right? If they had a token being pumped from their fees, millions of dollars would pump that token every single day. That's what we aim to do.
Hey, I think that's wonderful. And by the way, don't feel uncomfortable at all. You're one of us now. So anytime you want to come in on here and talk and give thoughts on Safemoon, Affinity, your project, add anything that contributes to the intelligence of our audience and education, you're more than welcome to do so.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I personally, everybody knows, I've actually been a Safemoon holder since April last year. April 2nd was the day I invested. I love it. I've been holding. I haven't sold. I believe in the vision just as much as anybody else. It's not that hard to hold when you trust the people behind the scenes, no matter what may happen. So again, thank you. I really appreciate your time. I would love, again, for a more formal setting, even for my CEO to come up here and talk. He could talk a lot more than me. I know I could ramble forever, but I really appreciate it, man.
Your CEO and any of your devs are welcome here anytime. We run it on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. Sometimes we'll do a fourth, day. But I just wanted to extend that invitation. We were, obviously excited about this. I know you're excited. It's good for all of us to have you as a part of this, and it's good to add to that education aspect. And I'm really happy that you're here. I just wanted to end with that with you. Okay?
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Great to meet you, Zach, man. And come on anytime. And if you want to bring other people with you, like you said, your CEO, he's more than welcome to come.
Awesome. Will do. Have a good rest of your night, guys.
Thank you, sir. Let's go to Trini. Go ahead, Trini.
Hey guys. I don't know how. Good night. Thanks for having me up here. First of all, I would like to say congratulations to Affinity for joining the Safemoon swap.
Looks like we got you in the blockchain, brother. We can come back to you in a little while. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, we got a connection issue. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and mute that mic. Let's go to
Genius. Crypto Genius.
Crypto Genius. Go ahead, Genius.
Hi guys, thanks for bringing me up again. Absolutely. I totally agree with, John's vision. These guys that are coming on with the swap, these are smart people. Like, it's the brains trust. The way these guys are helping out each other is just going to bring the project forward. Not just for Safemoon, it's DeFi. I'm not a maxi. I'm OG, man. I bought Bitcoin before the whole Silk Road thing and everything. I've been following it. It's only lately that I'm getting in these spaces and stuff and watching this. But I'm going to call a spade, right? So Enhance, Affinity, awesome projects. I'm 100% behind them. I hold both big bags in both of them. It's going to help the ecosystem of Safemoon. And I think we can't all think, oh, this is distracting from this or that. But, going back on that drip, whatever you want to call it, the sad thing is I liked RJ, and I'm saying I liked RJ. I think I was probably the first person to call him out and say, hey, if you want, I'll give you an opportunity. I'll go on YouTube. Let's talk about it. I saw the holes. I saw everything. There's a difference when you're shilling something under a Safemoon name and it's a scam to great projects. So I think, the army, we need to get behind just diversifying, and we've got great projects together. We're going to work together. These guys are going to bounce off each other, and they're going to, these are the OGs of the Safemoon swap, and they're all smart as, and they're all going to work together to help all of the projects. And this is the part of the ecosystem that we need to work forward. So calling someone out, yes, I know it's blown up, and I, at the beginning, when what I had posted to RJ is I said, are you 100% on this, mate? I can see what it is, and there's holes, and you glossed over everything. It's different, they're coming back and going, oh, we're all maxis, this and that. We're not, Call a spade as a spade. I love this. I love what we're doing at Safemoon. I love what it is. We are the glue. We're supposed to bring good projects together. But through that, all the shit will fall off the side.
Exactly right, my friend. And thank you. Let's give them a stack them. You've been in this game a long time, so when you see something, it's legit and when it's not. And there is more than enough room for legit projects. But if we don't call a spade, then we're not going to allow for the growth of legit
100, man. I saw him when he dropped that. I watched the video. I went back through it. I'd heard about it before. I went back through the contracts. and it wasn't, I think it was the next day, reposted a comment. You'll go back through. I think I was the very first person that brought this up. And mine's timestamp 23rd, but because I'm in Australia, I'm a day ahead. So it was the 22nd, it was the very first. And this is before the other guys did, right? And I'm like going, are you 100%, man? Like, you got to be 100%. Because I was worried about what he was doing. I was seriously like the guy, he's talked about other projects. It's different, not a referral fee, not an MLM, not a Ponzi. This is a Ponzi scam, MLM. Put your money in, you get nothing. Wait for X amount of time. Do you get your money back? It's different to great projects, man. Good docs teams like Enhance, like Affinity, that are joining the team, that we're all rising up. We're rising up together. It's good to have other tokens, good to have other coins. But, mate, if you see something, call it out.
Exactly, man. And now they're coming back at us saying that we're doing something wrong, right?
Oh, and that's the sad thing. If you go back through tweets, I've just, he was crying about all of this, and I just went back, and I do think I was the very first person to call this out, to his first video and comment, and I did in the nicest way. I said, "Are you 100% on this, mate?" You glossed over everything. Everything was hype. He didn't talk about you lose everything that you put in. He didn't talk about the tax or anything. I was just looking at going, it was just hype. You're going to get this amount of returns and stuff. And the sad thing is, it is under the Safemoon name. It's under their hashtags, everything in their videos. Adam Bergman, he posts this as his, round table. Hopefully that's dissolved. And it's like, use my drip fucking buddy code. They are using Safemoon, and that's the thing, and that's what I said. Be careful of your influence. I've checked it. It's bullshit, mate. It is bullshit, and especially if you don't tell hard facts and you just gloss over it. And sadly, Safemoon brought in a lot of people that aren't experienced like we are, right? And they don't know how to read the blockchain. They're not looking at transactions. They're not looking at the contracts. They have no idea, but they trust these people. As RJ, nice guy, everything. You just put the trust in them. And sadly, that's what, if you're new to crypto, they just go FOMO in, chuck all the money in. I've had so many DMs on people, how do I get my money out? What is this? And I'm like, how much did you put in? Why did you put it in? What? And they just went all in, and it was all these hidden things, even just within their website. It's just bullshit, mate. Anyway.
Exactly.
That's right. And that's the difference.
Genius. There's three contracts.
Exactly. There is three contracts. Yeah. A fourth one on the way. And it is, unless you really, really understand, not only you understand to read contracts, you need to be a mathematician, fucking genius, right? To work it out. It's just not possible. And just, like the sad thing is, like, people that put money in, and they don't they don't get their deposit back. They're 1 year to get their money back. That's the mathematics. That's what I've done right there. So you put your money in and that's why it's drip, 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 drip. If they're still around, right? It's, you can't be shilling shit like that. And there's referral codes, and it's a pyramid scheme. My country, this is illegal. You can't actually have pyramid schemes. MLM, referral, and money transfers like that, or anything revolving around that is a scam. So back, I think it was, I would say, early 90s, there was a scam, and it was you give $100 and that person gets, and then that other person, you give $100 to 10 people, right? And that $100 goes to 10 people. And then once it gets down the line after a certain amount of money, it goes back. It's no different, mate. It's just one of those mail frauds, scam, pyramid, the beginning of pyramids, right? And it was outlawed in this country. It is 100% illegal. That contract, those people, they're not doxed, they're not a company, and it's bullshit.
Exactly, man. And when this came out, I talked to somebody who's a dev and had, this person look at it and then had them run it by a dev team that they know. And it only took them 5 minutes to know that.
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah. And it gets, but that's the thing. It gets worse when you delve into it. I mean, at face value, it's like, but yeah, it seems really good. And especially the way, I mean, that's where I called RJ out. He just absolutely glossed over it. Now, I'll give you another example where there's a cover up. If you look at the AMA with, Forex Shark or whatever, the anonymous dude is, as soon as he started talking about taxes, RJ goes to, I've got to handle these people in the DMs here. And he's talking over the guy. Go back, have a look at it. Have a look at it. It is, and then it's a coordinated, I'll do my video, you're under here, follow the wallets, man. I'm under here, you do your video. They can say that it isn't. It's 100%, mate. Every one of those guys, except for Tim, and look, I still give, and there is money changing hands, right? Safemoon Joe set up his own channel. Massive investment. He's always talked about he doesn't have a lot of money. He struggled with the, getting more Safemoon. Suddenly, he's got this much, but he's on another channel. I respect that he's made a different channel. Yeah, he was wearing a safe hat. That's a bit more forgivable, but do they have to tell? No. Are we getting paid? No. Then they're not going to tell you. How are we going to find out? But this was coordinated. Drop the video. I do it. You do it. You do it. You do it. And all they're saying is we're going to be fucking rich off these cunts. Sorry, my language. God, I'm getting a bit passionate.
Call it like it is, man. And it's been all hype. It's been all hype. But if you look at the contract, there's nothing there to back that hype.
Crypto Control did do a very good analysis. He was the most educated, and I give him props to that. That at least he gave people information to give them a choice. Yes, he was in with that, but RJ's was all hype, all this. The very next morning, it's like, oh, peeps, you're all desperate, and I'll tell you how to join the team and how to make it. And then again, he just glossed over everything, mate. It was just,
You lose 100%
aping
of your
on this.
investment.
Yeah, and none of them actually said that at the beginning. It was only Generation Crypto. So, I think I don't follow the Moonboy guy, but I think he touched on some of that, but not very clear. Adam Bergman was fucking lost, mate. He didn't even know he had to buy these other coins to get rewards. And he did say, if you look at his first video, I haven't really researched it. I don't know everything. But it's a scam coin clickbait link, but I haven't really researched it. And then they're, I didn't know this. Like, come on, guys.
I know for a fact that Adam signed up 25 people and didn't know that he had to add
Didn't get it. Didn't get it, mate.
Correct.
Because he
RJ
didn't
got all
read.
of it.
Look, I honestly look. He says he's the OG and real coins and stuff like this. Like, I am a real OG. I read contracts, right? I look at the blow, everything. I look at the buys and sells. So everyone's talking about the price up, and that was the first thing I was looking at. I'm looking at the sells. There was no one selling. There was nothing going out. And then I looked at, you lost your deposit, and it was like I read through it, and I missed you lose your 100% of anything that you put in, anything that you rehydrate there. It wasn't until I read the contract, and then I'm looking back and I'm trying to find it. Where is it? Where does it say this? Where is it written? Nowhere. And then you got these people shilling it, not saying it. It's a fucking scam. That's all it is. It's a scam. 100%.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, especially somebody as experienced as you to come up and say this and to echo the sentiment that we have to call a spade, because we're not doing this because we want it. We're doing it because we need to.
Yeah, and this is it. I'm not a hater. I think that we all need to move forward to make DeFi or crypto, any of this. We want it to go forward. But the problem is when you have these scams, it actually puts us back. These are the ones that, will be highlighted in the news, like Squid Games and stuff. I actually think this is on that same level. It's basically the same, that you put money in, you can't get it. If you drip a few little 1% of what you've lost over 145 days is with the taxes at basic. But no, the way you can do it quicker is you need to recruit more people, and that will go back in. But you don't get that money that they do, but you'll get that 1% on all the other suckers there, and if you're lucky. Now, if you look at the big transactions that happen, 330, 350, 200, 200, mate, these guys were there at the beginning, and in anyone's eyes, it's a fucking rug. They're hyping it.
Sorry. I legitimately trying to let somebody up. Sorry.
Go ahead, Genius. Go ahead. Genius, go ahead. He hit the mute button by accident. Go ahead.
I was just looking at the transactions. So the big sells that have dumped the price, if you go back through the wallets, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So if you go back through the transactions, there's been some big sells. When RJ dropped his first, I think one of the biggest sells that I saw was 5,000. And that's what drove the price up. You couldn't take your money out. As soon as they hyped this up, boom, 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 boom. There's like 300, 320, 330, all these big sells. And it was just like a rug pull, basically. And I was looking at it going, this is a classic rug. These guys have been incentivized. They've got all of these people. People are FOMOing in that don't understand this is not your average crypto. You don't own anything. You put something in, it's gone. And even that, you have to sit there and try and claim it from a website that can disappear, and they call it a game. They call it a game because they think legally they'll be out of the fucking loop by calling it a fucking game.
Good point.
Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Sorry, guys.
No, you were perfect.
I have to say it. I have to, as you said, spade is a spade, mate. This is a scam. I feel sorry for people that have. I had much love for a lot of these people that have, been in there. I have no love for RJ now. I think that's, especially if you look back at his videos, that AMA, as soon as that he started talking about taxes, he was over. Look at the video, mate. He actually mutes the guy talking the Forex, mutes him so no one can hear him talk about it. So he's the head of the snake.
Thank you, my friend. Double stack them, stack them, stack them. I'm going to go to a legitimate project now. I wanted to make sure he could cover that. We have the
Perfect.
CEO.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir. We have the CEO of Affinity here, Crypt Torment. Go ahead, sir. The floor is yours.
Hey, Chris, I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much for allowing me the opportunity to come up here and talk to you. I know my CMO, Zach, was on here just a few minutes ago. I listened to him. Great. He does a great job of really projecting what Affinity is about and what we stand for and really what DeFi as a whole stands for. One thing that I really wanted to kind of key off on was the question about really what does it mean to be on the Safemoon swap? As Zach alluded to, obviously big Safemoon supporters, myself as well, invested around the same time he did and multiple times afterwards. But aside from that, I mean, I come from a very, very strong decades worth of systems engineering, network engineering, and IT as a whole, as well as business. I've been involved in multiple business startups, anywhere from tech companies to nonprofit organizations. So looking at this from a business standpoint, unfortunately, I wasn't able to fly out and do the in-person contract. That's why our CMO was out there. But I did get to meet the SafeMoon team while I was out at Cryptopia in Utah a couple weeks ago. Great group of people. And when you talk from a business level, because SafeMoon is a business just as Affinity is a business and many other tokens are out there as well, there are a lot of things you have to look at when it comes to that. And I can greatly appreciate where they're coming from and what has evolved over the last few months. I know there's some personal relationships people got involved with and things like that, but they're making some moves that are very strong in the business world. And that's why we're excited to be on the swapper and take it forward and try to build this relationship with them and any other legitimate project that's out there, because it's really a lot bigger than we can even conceptualize at this point. I know a lot of us think so, even myself. You can't really fathom what crypto and DeFi is going to be like in 5-10 years. And when you come from a traditional business background and you see the things that are happening, whether it's scams or even just projects that are maybe some great developers but have no business mindset, or great business people but they know nothing about development. When you find those projects that really have all of those pieces, it's not just about educating the investors. Sometimes we need to educate ourselves. We need to educate the people behind the projects, the businesses, the business people behind them, the CEOs, the COOs, the CMOs that are running these projects, because these are the people controlling your investment. So you could have the best use cases in the world conceptualized, maybe even developed. Like Affinity did develop, we have things that are out there on the market and live right now. And SafeMoon has things out and they have things that they're pushing out. If you don't have the right team behind it, it means nothing. And from what I can see and meeting them in person, face to face, they're going to get the job done. That's just my personal opinion. There's a lot of other projects that we had the opportunity to meet, same thing. But we really need to think bigger. We need to look at traditional business and do better inside DeFi, because that's really what we're here for. We're taking finance and doing it better. We need to take business and do it better. So by branching out and really reaching out to these other companies and these other projects and say, listen, we need to knock this stuff off as far as the interpersonal beefs and the fighting between projects and companies. Think about how absurd that would be if somebody from, I don't know, an investor in like Ford got upset with somebody that was investing in Apple. I mean, there's enough out there for everybody to do what they need to do. And also from another point about it, from a company standpoint, once you feel that you can do everything yourself inside your own bubble, that's when you're going to fail. You need to realize that you have to leverage people around you, leverage other companies around you. And I'm not talking about riding coattails. That's not what we're here for. As much as we love Safemoon, that is absolutely not what we're here for. We're here to collaborate with anybody that is willing to do so and move everybody forward. And I know that's what they stand for as well. So that's why we feel very strongly about, you'll see us hashtagging Unite DeFi. That's not just something that we're doing just because, as something to, create another hashtag. We truly believe in that, because if we don't, as the good, valuable, trustworthy companies that are out there, the scams are going to overrun everything. They're the ones that are going to be on the news. They're the ones that are going to give DeFi and crypto a bad name. We need to take it back and make sure that we control it.
I mean, hey, I echo your message completely, man. You just want good people with integrity doing the right things and teaming up together so that all issues can be solved. That's exactly what we want too, right?
Yeah, 100%. And this is the, I want to say the beginning for us, because, we're still early. We can say we've been around for a little over 6 months. That's early. Safemoon's early. There's a lot of DeFi itself is early. So this is a great opportunity for anybody that's out there that's trying to do the right thing, that has a great mind. Even if you don't have the ability to do things on your own, or you don't have, the will or the time, find people out there. We're going to be looking for people, more developers, more people to handle things as time goes on. There's other companies and projects going to be doing the same thing. Get involved in these spaces. Just do the right thing, preach the right message, promote the right things. And the good things are going to come to everybody as long as we continue to go down that road.
I can tell you personally, I'm really excited to have you here. I know all of our audiences too. And you give a strong message, because you're speaking from a point of integrity and confidence. And it makes us feel even more confident in Safemoon just having you here. I just wanted to add that.
No, and I truly appreciate that. And, and I do, I speak, from the heart and with truth. And, I never was one to try to bullshit anybody. That gets you nowhere. In the end, people are going to sniff it out. Just be honest, be truthful, and be transparent. And in the end, the chips are going to fall the way they fall. Good people do win. And I believe we're all good people. And in the end, whatever life path takes you down, you're going to win as long as you stick to that. So we're definitely looking forward to continuing this relationship with Safemoon as far down the line as it goes. And anybody else that comes along with all of you. The other thing, too, is we all know FUD's probably going to come. We haven't really seen much as of lately, but, we're also the type of people that like to go out and talk to everybody. I like to educate people. I like to communicate and mingle and see what we can do. Sometimes you find out later on that some people aren't as great as you thought. Sometimes you find out they're even better than you realized. But we will talk to just about anybody. So I'm sure at one point somebody's going to say, hey, why'd you talk to this person, or why'd you get involved with this? It is what it is. But you can rest assured that Affinity is trying to do the right thing. And if there's ever any questions, just like Zach had stated, please come directly to us. His DMs are always open. Mine are always open. Telegram. I'm very, very active in the Telegram. Even as the CEO, I'm extremely active. I love interacting with our community. So please come directly to us if there's ever any questions or concerns. More than happy to squash it at the source.
I've also heard there's a lot of veterans in your company. Is that true?
Yes, the entire team is, with the exception of our new. We just picked up a design director who does all of our UI design. So if you go onto our website, you go onto Adapt. Our Reward D app is in the process of getting redone. That should be done tomorrow. He designed all of that. Amazing job, great guy. Aside from him, Zach, our CMO, who you met, was in the Army. I was in the Air Force for 22 years, retired last year. My COO was Navy for 11 years, I believe, and our CTO was in the Marines for, I believe, 6 years.
Wow, that's wonderful. I have a question for him, Chris, if you don't mind.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, first of all, congratulations. I think this is a big step, not only for you guys, but for us too, the Safemoon Army. We keep growing, and time will tell, but this is just going to get bigger, just like you said. But just a quick question for you. I noticed that the token was listed in our wallet, the Safemoon wallet. when is it going to be tradable? Do you know, or do you have any insight, any information?
It's tradable right now. So there was a little bit of a hang up with, and we worked it out with them, and they were extremely responsive. I'm going to throw that out there too. Extremely responsive in getting some things worked out as far as having it actually show up in the wallet. There were a little bit of issues trying to get the liquidity in there in the seed. And then once that happened, didn't help that, I had some things that I was working on as well today. So I was kind of multitasking, to an extreme level. So getting all that settled and then working with them on getting it to show up in the wallet. But it is now. I believe it happened about an hour and a half ago, where it actually shows up in the wallet or on the website under swapsafemoon.net. And you can actually trade it right now.
Can you just let all of our listeners know how much work you've put into this? Like, I know devs, and a lot of times they're working like 20 hours a day, especially with a new project. Can you just give some insight into that?
Yeah. So here's the thing. I'll give you the quick and dirty of even just a typical day. So I still have a 9 to 5. I'm a VP of a pretty big company regionally here, dealing with networks. So I also do that job. I work from home, so it allows me to put a lot more time into this than, don't tell my boss, I probably put more time into that than my 9 to 5. But at any rate, I'm at my computer probably, if I was to estimate, probably a good 10, 12 hours a day in between eating. I have a family. I have 3 kids. I've been married for going on 23 years. So my wife is extremely supportive. And I'm just here all the time. A lot of times I'm up till, like right now, I'll give you a perfect example. It's 12:30 a.m. here. I have to be up for work in about 5 hours. But even after I get off of this, I'm probably going to do a little bit more work and then go to bed. I'll get up and rinse and repeat. But you know what? I love it. I'm very, very passionate about business. I'm an entrepreneur. I love it. I love communicating and talking with people, meeting new people. It's amazing. So it's not, to me, it doesn't feel so much as work, and creating things and seeing people use it and giving that feedback, whether it's constructive criticism or if it's positive. I love hearing it and kind of maneuvering around it and making the changes that are necessary. In what kind of world, in what other world could you create something from nothing and have thousands, if not potentially millions of people at some point use it so quickly and for such a great reason? This is exciting. We're so early, and I don't know. So it doesn't, the hours just fly by, to be honest with you. And on Friday, when we do our Affinity Fridays, which is basically when we sit down with our entire community, we'll have one again this Friday. We do a Twitter Spaces for about an hour to give updates and all that good stuff. Then we hang out in Discord with the community and have a few drinks, and I'll be there sometimes till 6 a.m. And we start at 8:30 at night. So it's very important to us. And so I hope that answers your question.
It does. And you just come across as so genuine and honest. And that means a lot to us, man. I mean, I'm very excited to have you guys part of us. And you guys are welcome here anytime. TJ, did you want to ask any questions?
No, I was actually going to hop in their Discord and jump around a little bit, ask a few questions. Because obviously, I'm an Air Force veteran, but he was an F-15 guy. So we didn't like those guys.
What were you, F-16s?
No, I was security forces. So
okay, I got you. But don't cross the red line.
See, that's the old school way, right? But no, I just like the fact that Affinity they're full of veterans. Obviously, Safemoon is full of veterans, and the fact that we see veterans succeeding in not only this community but in various areas, it touches our heart in this community, because we have a ton of veterans here. We have a ton of people who support veterans. And so it actually means a lot to have you guys a part of the Safemoon family.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you. And I will just make one comment on that. We are typically, and we've caught some heat about it before, and you know how it is with a lot of veteran related things, and people tend to try to use that as a selling point. And somebody once, I guess, tried to say that we were doing that because we had it listed on our website. Now, one thing I want to make very clear is I'm very proud of my service, as is the rest of the team. But at no point ever would we want to use that. It actually makes me a little uncomfortable to have it looked at as a selling point. Again, I listed on the website. We all list on the website because it's important to give our background and where we came from and where we're going. But at no point are we jumping up and down and saying, hey, come invest in Affinity because we're all veterans. That doesn't mean that I don't absolutely 100% love and appreciate when somebody recognizes that. But I just want to make that a point that that is not at all our intent.
You're just being transparent and doxing yourself and your team. That's
exactly.
Yeah. Those people don't understand like what it means to sacrifice, in my opinion, like to give up your time, especially if you've ever had to deploy or go some location, austere location. And so it to me, the fact that you have a team that, is full of veterans and not veterans, you have a good mix. It means a lot for me in this capacity because I understand you and you guys understand us. And typically what you hear about veterans is the 22 a day, right? Or you see the homeless veterans out in the street. So we don't necessarily hear enough of the veteran success stories. And I think you guys will be the epitome of that when it comes to this, in conjunction with Safemoon and John and Ryan and anybody else. So I just appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. I appreciate you as well.
I have one more question, and then just real quick, as you know, Safemoon has a roadmap. We're going to have our exchange, our blockchain, many things up in the near future. Is anything that you could share that, like, real quick, or what your roadmap will look like in the near future? What are your plans?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do that real quick, but you can always check the website, and I actually just updated our roadmap not that long ago. So obviously the Safemoon Exchange, I'm very excited about that. That's something that, will be looked at or looking at in the future when that comes out, as well as the blockchain. Our roadmap consists of a lot of things that piggyback off of our Adapt, building on that, and also some side things. So first things first is we are developing APIs that will allow reach back for other people that want to use our Adapt software, but don't necessarily just want to go to the site for it. They can incorporate it and integrate it into if they have a wallet of their own, or if it's a business site that wants to incorporate features of it, or even it can be used for login and authentication and payment systems for metaverse programs as well. So we are creating those APIs to have those out there publicly, so anybody that wants to use them can go ahead and use those. Aside from that, we're redoing the UI on our, like I said, on our rewards D app, and also our staking pool is going to get a reface. Next to that will be our mobile app. So we are bringing Adapt as it stands into a mobile app form. It's going to, if you really want to see what it's going to look like, pay attention late this week. And it's really going to bring that real feel of, if you've ever used Cash App, keep that in mind, what we're going to be doing with the Adapt mobile app. And that will be able to link to any wallet. The current Adapt does actually link to the Safemoon wallet through their Wallet Connect. So keep that in mind as well. So we are going to move on to the mobile app. We also have Unite DeFi NFTs that we're going to be launching. We're going to collaborate with a bunch of projects. We're hoping Safemoon is going to be one. We're going to talk with them. It won't be at any cost to any of these projects. We want to basically put out NFTs that feature projects across DeFi in a lot of different scenarios, and offer those up for sale through their community to help them raise proceeds to do their thing and continue on with their business. Next after that, we are looking at bridging. We're going to try to bridge to just about every network that we can think of, because that's going to tie into our Adapt 2.0, which is an exchange. But here's where it differs, right? We love the DEX that we're on right now with the Safemoon swap, and we love what their exchange is doing. And this is what we're talking about, where diversity in programs and not duplicating, but creating multiple variations of products that people can use. Our exchange is actually a true peer-to-peer exchange that will allow people to exchange tokens from one person to another without going through, the hassles of, well, if I send you the tokens, are you really going to send me those tokens back? That's not going to happen. So it is going to be a true peer-to-peer exchange. There'll be more information that'll come on that as well. And then we're going to push forward and move more into the business to business and, branching the Adapt platform into metaverse applications.
I can tell you, my friend, I got some DMs, and there were people that didn't really know about you or Affinity, and they want to get in now. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, they really.
That's awesome. And one thing I can say, I don't mean to cut you off, but one thing I want to say about that specifically is, if anybody is looking to invest into Affinity, one thing I will always tell you: make sure you do your own research. Even with my own company, all right, I never ever want anybody to invest without all of the information. Please don't just jump in and then ask questions. Ask the questions. We don't need you to jump in right this second. Please ask the questions, get all the information, visit the website, go to our Telegram, ask our mods, our community. You'll get every piece of information you need. Then please make the best decision based on your risk assessment.
I'll say this: we've been doing this program for a little more than 3 months. Okay.
Yep.
And we've had a lot of people on here. You're one of the most impressive we've had on here. I can tell you that for sure, because there's two things that we really like on this program. One, we like people that are hardworking, and two, we like people that are honest with integrity. And just telling everybody to make sure they look into it as much as possible before they get involved. That's always been a staple of what we've said, right? But to hear you actually say that on a day that you've gotten listed on the Safemoon swap, and telling everybody that you want that, and you want constructive criticism and transparency, that means a lot to everybody here. I'm so glad Safemoon added you guys.
100%. Thank you.
That sounds like someone with a lot of integrity. So I was going to say the same thing. So again, congratulations. Welcome to the Army. And what you just said right now, it speaks for more than 1,000 people at the same time, because not a lot of people will say that, hey, this is my project, but first of all, do your own diligence. Just go ahead and look it up, get the right information before you invest. Not everybody's going to say that, believe me. So thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. It saves a lot of problems down the road, right? Because those questions are always going to come back to us. If somebody gets in and they haven't done their research, then it's just going to come back to us anyway. And I never want that. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for us or our team. We want you all to be successful. And the only way we can be successful is if you're successful. So please take that with you.
Well, look, you have our support. I can tell you that for sure. And I wish you all the success in the world, my friend. And, we didn't plan on having you here, but that's the best thing that happens on the show. We'll get people in here when we don't plan it, and it becomes a great visit. So anything else you wanted to add?
Absolutely. No, thank you, sir. I appreciate your time. And anytime again, I know Zach had reached out and extended that. If you ever want us to come back, I'm floating around every once in a while when I got time, and Zach definitely is jumping around. That's kind of his job. So we'll be sure to look out for, some more time to come and speak with you guys. But if there is a time that you absolutely say, hey, I want one of them here, don't hesitate to reach out. If there's anybody else that's hearing this right now that wants somebody to come speak and let everybody know what Affinity is about and what we're trying to do here and what how we're benefiting DeFi and crypto, please let us know.
Thank you. Can you share the days that you have your on, like, do you have an AMA or any sort of information, the date and time through Twitter, so people can get informed and get that information there if they need to?
Yeah, if you go to our Twitter, which is Affinity BSC, that's our official Twitter. Our homepage for our website is affinitybsc.com. We hold, like I said, every Friday. So this Friday at 8:30 p.m. and every Friday, unless something comes up or a holiday or something, every Friday, 8:30 p.m., we hold the Twitter Spaces for an hour or two. We give weekly updates. We let everybody know what's going on with development, marketing, anything else we can possibly throw at the community. And then we take questions. And then, like I said, after that, we end up just going to Discord and playing music, and we'll stream on Twitch, and we'll do some giveaways and just have a good time with the community. And that's every single Friday. So if you ever want to learn anything, please feel free to stop by one of those. It's a great time.
You have an open invite anytime you want to come in here and just hang out and listen, or if you want to come up and speak too. And we can look at doing something formally too, where we line it up in advance. Also, I just wanted to let you know that.
All right, perfect. I appreciate that. I've been here a few times listening, and it's always a good time. You guys go anywhere from some great information to some very interesting and crazy stuff. So
some crazy stuff. That's
never a dull moment with Safemoon After Dark. I'll tell you that. So I appreciate that, and you'll be seeing me again.
Thank you, my friend. Should we just call you Torrent, or do you want to go by a first name?
No, you call me Chris.
Hey, I'm Chris too. That works, man. Easy to remember.
Absolutely.
Thank you, brother.
Chris, I was gonna. Hey, Chris, can I ask him a question really quick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I currently hold your token on Trust Wallet, and I wanted to know if I hold it on the Safemoon wallet, would I see the Binance Peg reward?
Yes. So because it's a DEX, the way that works is it doesn't matter where the liquidity pool is as long as they're all on a DEX, because they're all going to reach back to the same contract. So any purchases or sales that are made on the Safemoon exchange or the Safemoon swap or Pancake swap are both going to reach back to the same contract, which means when it collects the taxes and makes that sell to then go distribute the rewards, it's going to match every wallet, and your wallet will be a holder because, it's going back to the same contract, and it will distribute to every wallet that's listed under that distributor contract. So as long as you have in the Safemoon wallet, you are displaying pegged ADA and BUSD, you will see your rewards come into there.
All right, thank you. Because I currently hold it on Trust I've been holding it for like 2 months now. So I'm trying to switch it out of Trust into the Safemoon wallet. So I'm just,
that's a great idea. Get the hell away from Trust Wallet, man.
Thanks for the insight, man. I appreciate it. But thanks, Chris, for having me up, and thanks, Chris, because your name is Chris too. Have a good night.
All right, I appreciate it. I'm going to get out of here, so maybe I get a little bit more work done and actually get some sleep. But again, thank you all very much, and we'll be talking soon.
You did a great service by coming on here, man. I'm so excited for you, and thank you. You're welcome here anytime. Patron, I mean, that was pretty damn strong, wouldn't you say?
It's absolutely, man. Extremely strong. And like I said, when we have people that come up and they speak with integrity, that's the main thing. And, people that are docs, not like other projects that, people want you to invest and you don't even know who the heck is, the CEO, nobody's docs. I mean, I'm happy as hell for Safemoon because Safemoon is doing it right. They are actually, taking their time to get, the right project into the swap. So, and then again, this is non-financial advice, but this is exciting time for Safemoon, and we're going to see a lot more of these hopefully in the near future. So today was an excellent show. And we did not expect them to be here, but just like you said, we always have someone very important drop in every once in a while.
We're going to have more of this too. As more tokens are added, we're going to have more CEOs come in here. I would like to get to a point where they get listed. They just, hey, come right in here. I know there's CEOs of other projects listening tonight. So I just want to say that you get listed on the Safemoon swap. You want to come in and talk to our audience? Open invitation. We're going to bring you right up. We're going to let you talk about the project, the work you put in, right? And we're going to recognize you, and we'll ask you a few questions and open it up, man, because Safemoon recognizes you. They put you in the ecosystem. We're on board with you. TJ, you wanted to add anything?
No. I just appreciate him coming up, and like Patron said, someone who speaks with integrity, who legitimately has told you straight up, look at my project. I want you to look at my project. I want you to tell me what's wrong or what we can improve upon, because that constructive criticism will go a long way in the future for not only us, but for DeFi as a whole and the problems that they plan on fixing.
Yeah, man. It's awesome. Addict, you want to add any final thoughts before we end?
No, I think I'm good. Everything's good.
What about you, damn son? You got anything else to add?
I'm extremely impressed. I really don't think I can add much to what the man said. So I'm good.
Hey, look, we had a hell of a show tonight. We had to cover some things that aren't exactly comfortable, right? But I like what Crypto Genius said at the end. He said, look, you got to call a spade a spade. We weren't looking to criticize something, right? But when it comes to the Safemoon army and you got 6 YouTube content creators involved, acting like this is the second, greatest project they've ever seen, right? Second to Safemoon, but saying like this is the next coming thing, and taking advantage of the Safemoon army with something that is clearly a multi-level marketing scheme where people are going to lose money and there's legalities involved. We have to cover it. We don't have a choice. We have a responsibility to cover it. We have a responsibility to speak out, even if it's difficult, right? Even if we get blowback, we get pushback, right? That's what it's about. It's about protecting the integrity of this community. We have a duty to do that at all times, whether it's convenient or whether it's not convenient. That's our job. We're going to continue to do that. We're going to talk, mainly Safemoon on Friday, just to give you guys a heads up. I think we've covered this issue far enough. I think from here, we got to let it play out. But it's been covered. We've had the blowback on it. People can be a little bit upset, but at the end of the day, truth prevails, right? And if you talk to a dev or somebody that reads blockchain and contracts, they will agree with us on this, okay? Not everybody will, because they haven't taken the time to do the work, and a lot of people can't. Let's just be honest about it. There are very few people that can read a contract and can tell you what that contract means. In this case, there are 3 contracts, soon to be a 4th, like Genius said, right? And the contracts aren't valid. They're just not. This has been done before. This isn't somebody reinventing the wheel, okay? This has been done before, and the results were disastrous from a legal standpoint and also from a money standpoint. So if it's going to negatively affect you, we're going to cover it, and we're going to do our due diligence. On 2 shows, I think we've covered it enough. We're going to go into Safemoon. We can also touch on it with updates as well on Friday. But this thing's going to play out. I hope people don't get negatively impacted on this. At the end of the day, it's your money. It's your decision. You're going to do what you want to do. And we've covered this as far as we can, okay? So I know some people get frustrated when we talk a little bit outside of Safemoon, but when it affects the community in this much of a way, we have to cover it. There's no choice. It's just what we have to do. And we will always do it, by the way. We will never back away from it. So, great night. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to continue to grow the show. We're going to continue to grow the audience. I'm excited about the Safemoon ecosystem, the new tokens we have being added. And it's just a great testament to all of us in this project early. Continue to hold and continue to be confident in what we're doing. Thank you.